discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, welcome to One Up Weekend Live. Hi, it's been a week.
And that's definitely the truth.
It is definitely the truth. As you can tell, I am no longer fluctuating in color. We have a new camera. Thank you for all of our donations and everybody that came out here. As you can tell, we have one special guest currently with us, Jamil. No.
Hey guys, I know I'm not normally here, but
Nice to see you again.
Jamil, I've never seen you before in my life. Thank you for being on this show. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
accurate.
We actually have Kalen here with Let's Play Gaming Expo, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. It's actually a really cool modern and retro gaming event that's held actually. It's in somewhere else, or is it still in Irving?
Yeah, it's still in Irving this year.
All right, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. And as you can see, Gene is once again with us. The Fluffer is here.
No fluffing this week.
No fluffing this week.
Man,
Y'all
you're
are
sitting
out of
next
luck.
to the Fluffer? You're giving me the royal treatment.
If you didn't see the beginning,
we can fix something up.
Okay.
if you didn't see the beginning, viewer discretion is advised. And of course, Jamil is of course always with us here, co-sponsor, co-owner, co-host of every single show I've ever had.
Co-general asshole.
Well, we do have one more person coming to join us. He's running a little bit behind because, you know, Google send people opposite directions. That's why we started a little bit late tonight.
I know absolutely nothing about that. I spent a good 10 minutes searching for the wrong address.
Well, so we're not going to start with it, but I have to show this off because it's awesome. Captain Marvel's
The popcorn tin.
the popcorn tin, and I got the cup that came with the patch. This is my new helmet. So we're going to talk about that too. It's fantastic. So how's y'all's week been so far?
It's very good. You know, you. He's got the patch all
got it.
Ready to go.
You put it as the police patch? I love it.
No, I stuck it there so I didn't lose it on the cup, and it just kind of fit there.
It does.
That's kind of perfect, though. It
Yeah,
works
it
really
is.
good.
Yeah.
Just flipping your
Do
bag.
you walk around so you can get a Galaxy Force?
Yeah.
Star Force.
I don't do Galaxy
Star Force. Sorry, Star Force. Let me get that right.
I don't do Star Force jokes. That's just weird.
So hopefully all our audio is working fine. We're gonna double check, so you're gonna hear some repeat of sound. So sorry, guys. So yeah, it
Sounds
works
like
just
it's good.
fine.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. As you can tell, I do have the Captain Marvel background. They also have the Captain Marvel background, but
Yeah.
of course it's Jamil, and Jamil is not the same without a Captain America shield. He really isn't, but he is sporting the shirt.
Right, I'm wearing Captain Marvel.
I said you are sporting the shirt, the Captain Marvel shirt, which I still cannot seem to find that one online because I do like it. I just can't seem to find it.
That is a nice shirt.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where to get it later.
All right.
But that ruins half the fun.
Yeah, you're going to fit in okay.
Kind of makes it difficult.
I'm just hoping everybody finds this stream okay because I was like, man, where is her? Make sure all this is working. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I checked audio live in here, so thank you. That was our producer actually talking to us. I don't know if y'all heard him or not. So, anyways, so how's your week been so far? Before we dive into everything,
It was great. We went from one extreme to the next. We went from freezing our asses off to sweating our asses off in 2 days.
Yeah, well, it's high of 74 today. It was pretty nice.
I turned on the air
overall.
conditioning.
Yeah, I had to go to a job site yesterday, and the truck said it was 81. I was like, damn.
I considered
Perfect
going
day.
outside and taking a walk. I decided against it, but I considered it strongly.
The thought was there.
The thought always counts. I mean,
it's Texas.
yeah.
It's Texas. It's just the way
One
it's
extreme to the next. Gotta love it.
Yeah, now that I have friends that live in Wisconsin and in Boston and LA, you know, I get all the spectrum of weather, and it's just like, oh, well, I had that last week. Tomorrow I'll have your weather, so
Yep.
bounces all around.
You just don't like it, you wait 24 hours and move on.
You have to wait that long?
Some days you have all 4 seasons in one day. So, you know.
It is Texas.
It is. Trey couldn't be with us tonight. He is not feeling well. He's actually just really busy because, you know, not feeling well, just really, really busy. If you haven't
Unacceptable.
he's got like 10 jobs. The guy works he doesn't sleep. He
So
just
I've had a
works.
few jobs.
You know, he normally builds on the show, so we expect you to build something. Can we get him some Legos?
Yeah, can I get
Yeah.
Legos?
It's gotta come with some kind of like radio designed out of like just miscellaneous
Well,
pieces.
I mean, I feel accomplished. I really should have a camera that points down at it because every episode he builds something new and pretty cool, and then he'll
Yeah.
explain it as he builds throughout the show. But when he gets done, he always has a new part. So I always feel like I should have a camera with like, you know, you can click a button and go, let's go to Trey's view.
yeah. You need a top down view, so you gotta mount the camera up on the roof.
Holy shit. Go ahead, bring him on. And your kilt. Go for it. Code just arrived. Oh, we need to tell. Oh, that's fine. Oh, is that the one that moved? Okay, we're gonna let him get over here. Code just came back from Irish Fest.
Wow.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, he's got the tail.
I love the kill.
You got to get. You can spin around for the tail. There you go.
Yeah, he's not currently in view. Oh,
You got an ass in your face.
That's what completes it. You're welcome.
Wow.
and love it
There it
slowly.
is.
Boom. It just came back from Irish Festival out at the
Park.
The Fair Park, yeah. So make sure you get mic'd up and
I was also at
piece
Fair
of,
Park
piece
last
of
night,
tape on the front tells you where the front is.
but not for Irish Fest.
Should be a little little color piece of tape.
I got it right there.
There you go.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Hi, welcome, Code.
Hey, I can
Howdy,
hear
howdy.
you.
Code,
Wow.
Code, Kalen, Code.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Code.
meet you as well.
Code Gene Code.
Code, Genie Code.
You're who? Do I know you?
I don't know you. What's your in-game name?
I have no
Lock
idea.
and Load 31.
I've had like 10.
Lock and Load 31. I will tell you straight out because he donated and it scrolls across.
Oh, yeah. It
the top of our
scrolls
screen.
across our screen
It
now.
always does.
It's not like we didn't play WoW for what? How many years ago?
Oh, God.
I still play.
I know. So my
I wouldn't
roommates,
be bragging about that.
my
Yeah, go
roommates
ahead.
is actually the ones I started playing WoW with 10 plus years ago. I'm now living with them. Their son just did Ulduar and got the head mount.
I haven't done anything in a while,
0.003%
but,
drop rate.
Oh, okay. I was like looking at it like Old War. That's the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, but it's the giant floating head mount. The flying floating head mount that was like ridiculously rare.
Like,
He got that the other day.
And look,
Stupid rare.
Kalen's already finished building with
Yeah,
his Legos.
exactly.
He made a car.
It's
Two
so
cars.
Fast.
You got to show it to the camera.
Yeah, exactly. They came so fast. I just didn't know what to do with it.
Speed
I just
racer.
Suddenly, I had I made a couple cars. It's absolutely fantastic.
So for those of you guys sorry. For those of you guys watching, we are going to talk Captain Marvel, but we're not going to give away any spoilers. But if you
Spoiler alert. It was good.
Specifically, we're going to try very hard not to give away any spoilers.
we've actually gotten pretty good at that. I'm not going to lie.
Very good. Very good.
I mean, when Deadpool first came out, our entire episode was just going to be about Deadpool, and then like literally 30 minutes before, we're like,
We can't do that. That's
we
just
can't do that because we had watched it like the night before.
yeah.
It was like,
So when you get too excited and talk about everything.
well, we made like incognito jokes that until you watched it, you didn't understand it, and then it was like,
Yeah.
But
You're doing great.
fair enough. So, anyways, but we will tell you a few things. So, if you haven't gone to see the movie, go check it out. It's definitely worth the watch. You got some really cool swag. As they showed you, you got the patch. We have the cup, which the patch came on, and the cool. Gotta hold it again. Middleton. It's gonna put a little bag over. It'll be the studio trash can or something. I don't know.
I just thought you were gonna put more popcorn in it.
I saw the first showing they had at Alamo, and they gave out metal collectible coins.
Son of a.
And I've got that at home, and for some reason it didn't end up in my wallet like I wanted it to, so I can't show it off tonight. But
Still.
I've got a nice
Mine's
metal
coming
coin.
in from eBay.
Oh, we got the coin for Thor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We got that one.
And then I had a fucking addiction to that shit, so I got one for Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I got one for Black Panther, one for Endgame, and Captain Marvel's coming in.
Black Panther's the
Very
one I didn't
nice.
get, which I guess I'll need to go order one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it did,
To be fair, those
Completely
coins are
win.
nice. I was
Yeah.
like when someone they're going
It's just
through
this-
and putting them out. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, it's a coin. Oh, that's
It's a
this-
it's a
this like
solid ass
pound.
coin.
It's very 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 well made. So
nickel plated. Hang on a
You're
second.
searching for them.
Oh no, it was actually my phone was dinging for some reason, and I don't know what it was dinging for.
Hey, I should probably share those.
Yeah.
I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, but share out to your friends. Let's get more people watching here. And if anybody's here for the Let's Play Gaming Crew, any of your friends watching, holler out in the chat.
yeah, hey, yeah, shout out.
Did you share
Tell me
it?
that you're here. I did share it. You know what? I actually should share it on Let's Play Gaming Expo as well.
Yes!
Just to send it out even more.
guess I better.
It's actually a decent coin.
What coin is that?
Challenge coin, Texas Furry Fiesta.
Oh, nice.
This was one of the premier gifts, and so they gave them out to some of the people who.
You know,
the
Akon
staff.
used to do those back in the day for the veteran coins back in the day. I still have a few of those. So
Now this one, it's good weight to it and everything.
it's
so.
a good enough to, if you chunk it, you'll
Oh, you'll
feel it.
do X-Men First Class to your forehead.
Yeah, something like that. I actually just watched that again the other day.
I did too, just because I had to watch Kevin Bacon episodes. I don't know why. I had like a Tom Hanks like movie marathon the other day. I had a Robin Williams movie marathon the other day, and then some reason Kevin Bacon movie marathon the other day.
I did all the Mission Impossibles actually. So I went back and started with the 1996 Mission Impossible.
Oh, I do that all the time because Mission Impossible is a really good series.
It is. No, but I
Even
hadn't.
the Abrams one.
Well, I hadn't seen the most recent one, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go.
Ghost Protocol? Was it
No.
what's the most
Rogue
recent one?
Nation.
Rogue Nation. No.
Rogue Nation was not. The last one was Extinction, or it was number 6. There's 6 of them because you had Ghost Protocol was the first year that Jeremy Renner stepped into it. Rogue Nation was the next one, and that was dealing with him going
Mission
in.
Impossible?
Yes.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner's in Mission Impossible now.
Yeah, he was in 4 and 5, and then
Oh,
the
that's
number
right.
6 it was the new one.
That's right.
That's the one with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, because they had Superman.
You sure that's not Rogue Nation?
That's not Rogue Nation, because Rogue Nation is 2 before, or Ghost Protocol is 2 before. Rogue Nation's that one, and then
As he and I both look it up because I.
Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout.
That's right.
So Fallout was it was number 6. I hadn't seen it, so funny story. I do all my movies through Vudu because it's digital. You get it 3 weeks early. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this and be able to watch all my movies early. And I was going through, and they had a bundle deal, and they're like, oh hey, get digital.
You're just drinking air from the can. Hey Justin, does our stream show any issues on the bottom? Any other red than that one?
What's that?
Any red markers on the bottom?
No, not for 17 minutes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
So
So-
yeah, no, Fallout's really good.
Yeah, well, I picked up the digital copies, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's like $36 on Vudu. I'm like, cool, sweet, and they could go bundle and save, get physical Blu-ray and digital. I'm like, well, shoot, if it's a couple bucks, a couple bucks more, I'll pay that. Click on it, $35.96. I saved 4 cents by getting the physicals with it, free shipping from Walmart. They ship them to me. On top of them shipping me the physical copies, they messed up, sent me the same exact order sheet and everything, sent me all 4 Shrek movies. Don't know how. They couldn't track it down because it has the same order number, still said Mission Impossible 6 disc set, all this. Open up the case, there's another set of digital codes in there. Give those to my roommate, they work. And I'm like, I got like 15 movies for the price of
Sounds like a
2.
score.
Oh, it was amazing. And then I did
That's how you hustle voodoo.
Say, and that's how you get all the Shrek movies all at once, apparently.
all the
Who doesn't love Shrek?
Well, I
was actually watching this. I don't know, some random documentary about it earlier. Chris Farley was actually supposed to play the original voice of Shrek before he died. I didn't even know that. And they found some old sound clips of him during like when they do the drawing. They show the storyboard, and they were actually showing it. And yeah, I'm glad he didn't because it didn't sound right. But that's hindsight.
It would have been a completely different movie if it were the case.
Because he wasn't Scottish, he wasn't Irish, he was just Farley.
Yeah.
A man with a boat down by the river. What do you?
dude.
an outhouse down by the
Yeah.
swamp.
I feel like it would have just ended up as an animated Tommy Boy.
Probably a pretty good bet.
Tommy. Boy.
Yikes.
Movies.
No, okay,
Movies
you know
that
what?
you won't watch even super drunk.
You know what? I'll take it back. You know, I would watch Chris Farley Shrek if they replaced Eddie Murphy Donkey with David Spade Donkey. So then they had that chemistry
Then I am
right
most
there.
certainly not watching that.
You see, I
can't-
like Tommy Boy.
Make it waffle. I can't. You can't hear that phrase from.
It's
No,
waffle.
no, no, it's an entirely different movie at this point. So
Yeah, just do a different series at this point.
Exactly.
Just it's not a thing.
It's not a thing anymore.
There's a 7 planned already? Jesus.
Yes, there is.
And an 8.
Yeah,
Sorry, Mission Impossible.
Yeah, when he did Fallout, they did Fallout and the next 2 all together, and so they signed his contract.
Oh, signed the contract from together. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, did they just filmed them all back to back?
No. They signed the contract.
People
with
would
us.
die doing that.
The amount of insurance they carry on him too is just oh my god.
So when do they start the? At
Shane-
what point in
Shane
this
Watson
in the
said
free
you
series do they
outvoodooed
start
voodoo.
the? At what point
You
in the
did
series do
voodoo
they
on
start the
voodoo?
spin-off franchise? Because it got Hobbs and
Hobbs and Shaw.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw coming out.
Tom Cruise is never going to let shit spin off from
No.
Mission Impossible.
No, he's not. That's his bread and butter. I mean, I did watch.
Produced by his theater. It's produced by his production company. It's literally his baby. That's not going
The
anywhere.
roommates watched The Mummy the other day with him in it, and I walk in for the credit ending sequence, like of them, whatever, at the very end in the sand and the epic pull out shot, because every movie has that. And I just walk in and look at it and go, wow, this was a really shitty movie. And they're like, how do you know? I'm like, just the way this sequence is when they have to do the final talking wrap up, Russell Crowe talking over the end and everything, and how poorly it's being done. This was a really shitty movie.
The movie was super trash.
Yeah.
Let's just pretend the Dark Universe never existed.
Shit, Universal did. They're like, we had plans for something, and then this came out, and we're just gonna forget about those plans.
At least they got on that quicker than DC did.
No,
Yeah.
see, DC had time to fix their shit, but they didn't.
Turn y'all's camera a little bit towards him.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, Aquaman was good. I just watched
Aquaman
that
was
literally
beast,
today.
man.
Yeah, I saw
I
your
like-
post. You finally watched it, and then somebody was like, let's see them do it again or something on your post.
Well, so here's the thing. So you had Wonder Woman, which was fantastic. I loved Wonder
Absolutely.
Woman. Just, I think that's universally agreed. Great movie.
Yep.
Everything else, yeah, okay. Superman, Justice League.
I still argue that Suicide Squad is good if you shut your brain off. But you have to shut your brain off.
It took
Well,
If your brain is on, Suicide
it
Squad.
took me 4 times to get through that.
I would argue the same thing for Justice League.
No. There's no
Yeah.
If
shutting
you
down
shut your brain off in Justice League, then
You're
there's
gonna die
pretty
of a
action
coma.
still.
I would agree with you on that one. There is still at least action, and just being able to, for DC fans, because I enjoy DC characters, but I'm not a DC fanboy. I'm more of a Marvel fanboy, and I'm sure it was that epic shot of seeing all your DC characters
another
just
comment.
pop out. I mean, okay, that's awesome for you guys, and I feel bad that it wasn't better. But then I see things like Wonder Woman, I see things like Aquaman, which is just, again, it was the chemistry, it was the person, it was Momoa.
It had no reason to be as interesting as it was.
No, it
Nor did it have any reason to be 2.5 goddamn hours.
oh my god, man! But it was good. It was a good 2.5 hours, though.
It was a fairly good
Feige,
pace.
don't listen. You're
Oh no
okay
no no
with continuing
no
your-
no! This is a totally different conversation. I'm talking about DC shit. Like
Yeah.
no. There's y'all have made Jack and Squad aside from Wonder Woman that should be over 2 hours. Like I'll accept Aquaman to 2.5 hours because it was actually
It was
not
good.
a boring 2 hours. There's no lull in it. There's plenty of action pieces. Like it.
They
it
kept
flows pretty
pace
well.
really well. The only problem I had with the entire movie, spoiler alert, is Black Mantis. I just thought he was
Oh, you like Black Panther?
he was a throwaway character for me. They could have put
he's a
almost.
setup for Aquaman too.
I still think they could have picked somebody else and had something better.
It's the same as Baron Mordo from Doctor Strange. Baron Mordo, his entire character is his role in the movie is a setup for Doctor Strange 2. He is clearly going to be the villain in Doctor Strange 2.
Yes,
Because he's pissy about you bitches fucking with the magics now.
It's true.
Now he's got
The
to kill.
natural law of things.
Now he's got to kill all y'all bitches.
Yeah, well,
My only beef with Aquaman is the same beef that I have, and that I hear a lot of people have with Wonder Woman, and it's that even in the good DC movies right now, they have no idea how to do a third act, really.
Oh fuck no!
no.
Like once they get to, or
I
once you
can't
get
argue
to the
that,
trench, once you get to the trench and you get past that super awesome, creepy, terrifying scene of them getting through all the
super
trench
awesome,
breaks.
creepy,
Oh
terrifying.
no! It is.
It is glorious.
Let's just add more adjectives.
No, but he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
Because literally watching that scene, I'm like, oh, this is what the fuck is that on the boat?
No, yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, that's
discretion is
that's a lot of
And
whatever the
they're
fuck
going
they
in.
are.
Yeah.
They're
Oh
going in.
shit!
No,
Oh,
like the
fuck.
entire leading up.
Fuck!
As you can tell, we don't know if he's actually really there.
I'm reliving it.
Because you're looking at the camera like, oh God, is it
No,
me?
because I was sitting there working I had it on my computer screen. I was working on something else,
Yeah.
and then I saw the scene where she looks up and she sees a fucking creature on the boat. The first one, you're like, oh, well, that's decent CGI. Well done, guys. That's
more.
like 40 of them. That's like 60. That's like, oh fuck, and they dive off the boat. It just gets worse. And you're like,
And it worse and worse,
Oh.
and then they keep going.
and then it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And holy shit. But you're right. After that point, there's that weird pause where a character shows up, and then they get to the final act, which is half war, half personal duel, which is...
It's just like, hey, you know what? People really liked the Godzilla movie when Godzilla actually came out, so let's just make a kaiju movie now. So The fight in the war looked awesome. But it just it stopped
Code issue a
making
point,
sense
please.
after that.
He needs a
point.
point for that one.
It made sense, but there was a weird the flow of it was really weird. Like the flow was really
close.
weird. There's a trench. There's the go for the trident. The fight with the big giant fucking sea monster, and all of a sudden, oh, well, shit, you're cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're cool. Let's go. Like then the big war scene, which is like 4.5, 5 minutes. Then the big fight scene, which is just like they just kept piling shit on. Like, okay, dude, can we get one of these?
We got to wrap this up somehow.
Yeah.
I need y'all to wrap this shit the fuck up.
Yeah, so that was really my only beef with it. Otherwise, I thought it was really great. The friend I was seeing it with, we for the entire movie were like, man, now we just want to go diving again. Because our last vacation, we went diving in Mexico. And then they got to that trench scene, and we're just like, okay, we don't ever want to go diving again, ever.
Ruined it for you. Like, fuck that.
If I can't outrun it, why do you think I can outswim it?
Well, are you Aquaman?
No.
Because he could not outswim that shit either.
No.
Yeah, so
They had the numbers.
that white guy, no hope.
You don't have CGI on your side.
Nope.
Well, if I did, it wouldn't be DC CGI. Come on, Marvel, save me.
They did a decent job on Nicole Kidman trying to make her look 20 years younger.
Yeah, they actually did. It was
Decent.
same thing. You know what? Samuel L. did a good job. I think they did. They did a good
Samuel
job.
looked like Samuel L. Jackson from 1990 goddamn 5.
Yeah,
They literally
That's
went
'cause
to the negotiator and just took his face and stuck it on that shit.
That's
Like,
exactly
that was
what I
Sam
thought.
goddamn Jackson.
it was beautiful.
But what's funny is in his, like, I've been watching interviews on it today. No CGI on him.
No, they had to use some.
He claims that they did no CGI. They just, all he did was, one, let his hair grow, dye it,
Yeah.
right? And he
They didn't do CGI it's because he's already old. He was already old as fuck in the 90s anyway. Like he was in his like mid 40s
well,
in the 90s.
yeah, I mean, because if you look at like the older, no CGI done. He's like, yeah, they didn't have to do that to me. Black don't crack, baby. I was like,
I mean,
point.
yeah, no. But since we're at Captain Marvel, holy fuck, was that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good stuff.
Like I said, we can tell you a little bit of stuff without spoiling it for you. First off, the very beginning of it, if you didn't watch it, every single time they do this wonderful montage when they come in with all Marvel. You see characters flying shields.
And
It's the comic book flipping.
The comic
through,
book flipping.
It's
and going
the
in-
Marvel logo that
Yeah.
they do for every movie.
So
They've changed it over the years.
they
This
do.
is like the 4th version.
And they add every, when there's a new movie, you see a new character in there. This one, they paid homage to Stan Lee in it. And the entire audience, including us,
yeah.
damn you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Oh no! I just
It
started
was-
clapping when I realized what they were
Yeah.
doing.
All the theater was clapping.
Like,
both the
it was
showings that I
beautiful.
saw.
It's just going. I'm just like, oh, they didn't.
It was every
they
Stan Lee
did.
cameo, and it just keeps flipping, and it's still got that whole intro scene.
So wait, was it
and
every? Because if they got the fucking X-Men, that's just great then. Because yay, buy
I-
box.
I thought it was. I thought I saw one of the X-Men ones in there.
Those are easy to find. Look for really shitty ones.
Well,
Even
it's
his
flipping
cameos
through
are
so
shitty.
fast. I mean,
Bullshit. I can go through and list every movie they do in that damn thing and scenes they do in the original one. I just have to go back and watch this one again.
Yeah, we just got to go see it again. So
See, another reason for me to go see Captain Marvel again. Oh darn! Whatever will I do aside from give
as if you really
Marvel my
need
money?
another reason.
Well, back in the day when we used to talk about a movie, we used to just leave the studio after the show, go watch the movies again, just because it was like, we gotta go watch it
We did
again.
that like twice.
3
It was
times.
okay 3 times.
this is the first movie in a long time that I've gone back for multiple viewings so quickly. I think the last one that I saw that I just went to a ton was
Infinity War?
No, it was actually Star Trek 2009.
I'm so
I
sorry.
saw that 11 times in theaters.
Wow, really?
God dang.
I mean, it's a good movie, but
Because of the
bro.
specifically because of that opening segment.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing that in
Okay,
theaters
okay. I give
is
you
one
that.
of the most breathtaking
Yeah,
moments.
yeah.
we
It's
all saw
fantastic.
the movie Captain Marvel in IMAX 2D,
Okay, yeah.
which super widescreen, very very nice, uncomfortable fucking chairs, but super,
Super
nice.
Super uncomfortable.
No couches,
I miss my recliner.
Yeah, we got spoiled.
Yeah, exactly.
I can lay down. Yeah, we got really spoiled. So rating the film, as you know, like they got a lot of flack before it. Rotten Tomato actually revised their numbers after
Which
getting
they
so
should've-
much hate.
Which they should have done
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, they were one of the last ones who didn't do that. So
They
I mean,
were. So originally it was scored at like a 56, and then it revised to like in the 80s and 90s.
84. I thought was the last one I saw.
I couldn't remember. They may have changed it again.
Yeah.
But I want to get your rating on it, like 1 to 10 out of all of the Marvel Studio movies, the MCU movies that's come out, and there's, everybody has a different rating of them.
Wait, are we rating it just against Marvel movies or just in general? Because
let's rate it at how you feel between like 1 and 10. 10 being the greatest movie that you of the Marvel MCU universe that you love, and 1 being the worst one. Where would you rate this?
7 or an 8.
7 or an 8?
Yeah, it'd be probably 7.5 for me.
Yeah.
I'm a little higher. I'm going to go with a 9, actually.
Yeah. You haven't seen it yet?
I'll have to go watch it tomorrow.
Say you're behind.
I know. What can I say?
Let's preemptively have you
I was-
rate it.
I-
What
I
do you
was
think
sleeping
you're
this
going to rate
morning.
it at?
I haven't rated.
I don't know, like
8.5.
I would say that's probably a really good bet based off the.
But hold on, before you finalize your votes at a 9 and an 8.5, let's just go back here and remember, Infinity War exists.
Yeah.
Right.
Black Panther exists.
Right.
Civil War exists.
Black Panther's at 10 for me.
Ragnarok exists.
Whoa.
That's
Wait,
at
wait.
9 for me.
Winter Soldier exists.
Yeah,
which is
no. Winter Soldier.
9.5 for me.
Winter Soldier is
That-
the 10.
That,
For
that-
you, yes.
For me, it's the 10. Because I'm a Cap fan. I'm a spy movie fan.
it
I'm
did
a fucking
everything.
espionage
It was
fan.
perfect. It was the perfect
yeah.
Marvel movie. It really
Absolutely.
was.
It was really, really solid.
So just remember.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also Incredible Hulk and Thor 2.
That's okay. Incredible Hulk is 1.
Yeah, I'll give Incredible Hulk a 2.
Thor 2 is -5.
They were struggling.
Rewatching it, because at work we've been actually marathoning all the movies leading up into Endgame. And going through Phase 2, it's not as bad as it was the first time.
It's not.
It is still the low point of the MCU, but it's still.
It's better. It's better than what you originally remember, because originally we were coming literally right off of Avengers.
Yeah.
And Iron Man 3.
Yeah, right out of Iron Man
Right.
3.
Yeah, so we
Infinity War.
literally had like the peak, which was Avengers,
Right.
and then Iron Man 3, which was
The
certainly there. It was a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I like being fucked with. And Ben Kingsley as not the Mandarin was possibly my favorite thing ever.
It was a good take. I think it hit a flat note for them. It was overall, if it wasn't in the MCU, it was a decent
It
movie.
was Kevin Feige going, "Gotcha, bitch."
It was a
just the
fun
Mandarin
movie.
thing, yeah.
Yeah,
It was a fun movie. They did good. They did a lot of good things. It's just, again, you taking it as the universe.
Well-
it's not as good as some of the rest of the universe.
I wonder if it was like Kevin Feige's way of saying, "All you fanboys who bitch about seeing all these different armors, here you go," and then watch.
Well, no, that
Stop emailing him.
I think there's RDJ going, hey, I'm done playing Iron Man in solo movies, bitches. I'm only showing up when there's an extra cast and I can play off people.
Yeah,
I'm tired of carrying this shit on my own.
I'm worth it.
Gwyneth Paltrow can't help me.
Rescue? No.
Hey, you leave her alone.
Look,
That's
she had
supposed to be in
one
the next
badass
movie.
scene in there, and she, kind of grabbed the glove. And,
Okay, I'm pretty sure we can talk about Iron Man 3. It's been
It's true.
Oh yeah.
It's been
It's been
it's
like-
been a little
Well,
while.
6
hello,
years.
Jack and Rose. And Battleship. Okay, so Abe here goes, Battleship is a 10. Battleship is not MCU that I know of, unless for some reason Kevin's just got drunk and was like, place a tag on it.
He sounds like
He
the
would
kind of
still.
per-
I wouldn't rate it 10.
He sounds like the kind of person that rates Speed Racer at a 10.
He also rates Howard the Duck at a 10.
Howard the Duck is a 10 for him. It's one of his favorite movies.
Okay, yeah.
See, look, you got a Duck fan here. As the studio goes quiet. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Jack and
nice.
Rose, for hosting us. I appreciate it.
But yeah, no, Captain Marvel was like a super solid movie.
It was solid. Like you said,
I
about
mean, there's
7 and
20
8.
fucking movies, so like,
It's getting a little harder throwing that in there of like, okay, where do I want to place this one?
like I'll put it top 10 definitely.
Think about, you get like John Wick 3 is coming out. Right, so I'm going to go watch 1 and 2 back to back. Right before we go see 3. It is getting more and more difficult to watch the universe of Marvel to get ready for the next movie without taking
fuck
some
it is.
days off work.
The fuck it is, sir. You just start that shit a few weeks in advance.
Yes,
just
you gotta
watch a
start
movie
early.
a goddamn
I
day.
understand that, but it's just like, well,
And you power through Dark World, damn it. Power through that motherfucker.
no, that's
and
when
watch them in order.
Usually that's when I work from home. I'm just like, okay,
Yeah, 'cause
throw your hammer. Okay, cool.
Last Sunday, TNT did John Wick back-to-back 1 and 2. They just repeated it all day.
Oh, I knew.
Nonstop.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
Wick's simple. It's
Who
only
did
2
that?
movies.
TNT.
Oh,
That means they cut out all the good shit.
yeah.
They probably did.
Like, John Wick headshotting people is half the fucking
You
movies.
know, somebody in the programming room is just like
Fuckers.
Delete.
Fuckers.
Replay.
Fuckers. Fuckers.
replay. somebody at the studio, why are you repeating it? Because the movie's coming out and I want to watch this over and over.
Yeah, it was on like all damn day.
I'm drunk today and I don't feel like working. Repeat that shit.
Just loop A and B for 17 hours. Like, leave me the fuck alone. What's that? They're bitching? Fuck it, play it again.
So Kevin Smith actually made an emotional response after watching Captain Marvel. So another little tidbit of the movie. It's not giving away anything. There is a portion in there where you see mall rats in the background, and Kevin Smith with a crying actual.
Because again,
tears.
it's set in the 90s, and half the
Right.
movie I'm watching the movie trying to figure out what exact fucking year it is. Like that's half my brain.
Yeah.
Is devoted to okay. This song came out then. This song came out then. Did that song was that 96 or 94?
And
I'm
people were jamming to the old song. We were like,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
I remember this one.
funny as fuck. I went to Naked Girls reading last night. Don't ask. Long story.
Oh, you're talking about that? I saw your poster. You're gonna talk about that too.
No. I mean, they were naked. They read stuff. The stuff was good, and the naked was good. I'm not going to complain about that. But one of them was reading. They were doing lyrics,
Right.
and they broke out with celebrity whole celebrity skin, which was the end credits for Captain Marvel.
Right.
And I was just like, "Oh, that's just funny," because she hadn't seen it yet. In fact,
Coinkydink.
I'm going to go see it with her tomorrow.
All right.
So I was like, just so you know, the song he did as your lyrics for this thing, you're going to hear it again tomorrow at the end of Captain Marvel. She's like, that's just funny.
So he tweeted out, just saw Captain Marvel official at Captain Marvel. I am blubbering mess after a lifetime spent referencing the movies. These movies just referenced me. Many thanks to Marvel Studios, Ryan Fleck, Anna
Boden.
Anna Boden, thank you, and to my friends. As a for the cinematic shout out. But I am now part of the Marvel universe. I have only one question: did I survive the snap? And you see a picture of him, and he's got legit like red eyes and tears.
He's just a big sobby baby now.
Yeah.
I mean, for your entire life, if you've referenced DC and Marvel and
Like that's all Kevin Smith has ever done. Like he sold his comic book collection to make his first movie.
right to have that and then to be referenced, I'd be pretty emotional.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
and of course he's been struggling.
Then the reference
medically.
itself was kind of just amazing.
It was solid.
If it wasn't for that, the year would. So that's what year. It kind of made sense right there. What year they were in.
Well, you said it. Well, they finally said it was 95.
Right,
I'm like, motherfuckers, yes. I was teetering on 95 or 94. I was close.
Would I have been there in 95?
And we
I
did.
was 5 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was
I'm a youngin'.
about to graduate high school in 96. I probably did not survive the snap. Actually, I checked. I did not survive the snap.
Oh, that little.
Yeah, the
okay, though.
website, I survived.
I did
I made
too.
it.
I did too.
I have not looked at this.
But as a card-carrying child of Thanos, I was okay with that. All for the greater good.
We're all
That would have been.
We're all children
That
of
would have been more
Thanos.
hilarious if Thanos actually didn't lose all his minions and snapped, and all four of them disappeared. What the
He'd be
hell?
like,
I mean,
yeah, no, all right.
that's how it works. He's not getting.
They're prepared for that. I mean, that's who they are. They're the children of Thanos. They're there to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that part.
Yup.
And they did that.
They did that.
Did they?
Hey,
Did they?
the Maul did his job and got Strange there. He did his job.
Yep.
Dragon Rose said, "That's okay, Jamil. I graduated.
Squidward
years
got
later."
sweet victory.
Dragon Rose said she graduated in '99. She's like, "That's okay."
He bores me. That was still my favorite part. He bores me.
Still a good movie.
Where did
Endgame's
that?
coming.
Where did those come from? It's nanotech. You're like, yes. Let's have a conversation in the middle of a fight. Thank you, Tony.
Always.
Yeah.
That's. Don't you do that?
That's like Spider-Man's MO.
That's all he ever does.
Spider-Man does it while talking. Iron Man just turns his back to the guy and is just
No. Robert Downey Jr. does that. Tony Stark just catches his ass whipping and complains about it the entire time.
That's true.
Like, I need new armor. God damn it, I need new armor. Fuck.
It's going to take like
Missing
5
more
minutes to
armor.
make.
Nanotechnology, where I can just replenish my armor. I should build that.
Extremis armor. Anyway,
Double tap chest.
I love that was out before the movie ever came out. For years.
So this kind of rolls into one of the other topics, which we had talked about yesterday, which is the Reddit theory that came out that actually makes a lot of sense when it came out to the Iron Man's left arm theory. Have you read this?
I have not.
I've
Enlightened.
heard of
Please
this,
share
but
the left arm theory.
The left arm theory is that if you go back and watch every movie or every movie that has Robert Downey Jr. in it, he's always clutching his left arm. even from the very first one, the very first shot of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark is his left hand clutching the glass to drink. That's the very first scene before it pans out and you see him. But in every film, he's always hurt his left arm some way, somehow. Or he's gripping it or whatever. Even if he never does, he hurts in a scene, he's always gripping it.
Yeah.
So the theory is, within game, what hand does the gauntlet go on?
His left hand.
His left hand. And so they're like, he has to be the one to do the snap. And the person that did this on Reddit, you guys can
This reverse snap is the
reverse snap. Oh, thank you, Drag Rose. She said she loved my background. It is absolutely like makes complete sense to everything that's happened to this guy's arm. And then at the end of the scene, you see it.
Our background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got Cap.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got Civil War backdrop.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're Iron Man side. He's Cap side. I'm sorry. Who dressed up like Robert Downey Jr. one time?
I was just at work. What are you talking about?
Who dressed up like Robert
That
Downey?
was just a suit, man. Unless he had like an armored gauntlet and
Yes.
got his ass kicked by a Russian dude.
Oh, by the way,
Who has a shield?
I sold your shield. Sorry,
Well, damn.
it went to him. He bought it.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least you know where to get it back.
No,
Uh-huh.
I didn't sell your shield.
Uh-huh.
I sold
sold
my
his shield.
I sold my shield.
He
Damn.
still looks
Yeah.
betrayed by it.
He's been begging me since I got the thing.
Well, I was just gonna steal the shield. And
He was gonna steal it, and then he kept threatening to steal codes because he knew it was in my garage. And I was like, ugh.
I had a
One of these-
complete mission to come and steal your shield. I just want you to know. I had it written down with distractions for the family. Like your shield was gonna be gone, dude. And then he was like, "Oh, I'll sell you mine." I'm like, "Oh, fuck it. Okay, we'll do that
ultimate
then."
sacrifice was given.
Like there were
It
helicopters.
crumbled away.
There were helicopters. Like there was a plan. It was impressive. It was Mission Impossible style. I was gonna rappel down, straight down,
And then it.
And then, I just bought it, and it was easier. Ethan Hunt should try just buying shit out. Like instead of like stealing, just go buy it. Might save you a Mission Impossible movie.
I really kind of want to see how the whole plan would have worked out, though. That'd been quite awesome.
Well, let's say Trey would be the only pilot I think he would trust helicopter. Otherwise, I'd look out back and just see Jamil bouncing off the side of a building. Ding, ding.
Oh no! If it's not Trey, I'm straight jumping. Okay, just gonna jump out of a plane, hopefully with a parachute. Not sure. Daejong.
Surprise me.
Might just go cannonball.
Is it going to be a backpack?
So we hear a loud
Is it
crash
gonna
in
be
the back.
Is it going to be a picnic basket? Is it going to be a parachute? We'll find out on the way down.
Right after these commercial breaks.
Hey, if I had this shit, I could just jump with the sheet.
Well,
That's what Cap does.
now you can.
What I'm hearing is that we can just recreate this anyways.
Yeah, we can make movies.
For,
throw up some
your
night vision
donations.
Throw up some night vision
For a low
cameras.
donation of $5,000
Yeah,
plus cost.
and medical expenses.
Medical expenses is the big one, I would think.
We do roll into that. Shout out to Lux. Thank you for your donations in the past. Lock and Load, who's here with us. Justin Sane as well. Our producer has all donated. As you can see on the top right of your screen, you guys should be able to see a little ticker. So when you guys do donate, even if it's $1, you guys will be supporting the show. So feel free to do it. You can check it out on our website, oneupds.com. Just click donate, and you can donate straight from there. A little ding shows up. It goes, "Pring." So.
And then we all wait for it to show
And then we always show. To give you both the background story to this, Gene here, the
God.
Fluffer, which is his new nickname, donated $100 2-3 weeks ago because we made the running gag that Trey, one of the other guys that usually hosts with us, would have to, on video, dip his balls in
Hidden
in
Valley
ranch.
Ranch.
In
Just
ranch,
in ranch.
get it
We
right.
didn't know we don't have sponsorship from Hidden Valley, but just in ranch. All right. And so every time we heard the sound,
I'm not sure if they want that sponsorship.
every time we heard it, we all waited, we all stopped and waited for the screen to catch up on our end. And out of nowhere, and if you go back, I got to pull the clip and just do a clip. And
was
then we hear
awesome.
this, $9 and $10 and $15. I was like, cool. It has to be $100 donation. We heard the bring, and so we're like, oh, and then all of a sudden my brother's head pokes around all the green screens with, oh, I'm like, oh my God, bring, holy shit!
No, it's funny because in the video I'm sending in the back, and Trey's reaction was about as priceless as you can get.
He just kind of
he-
pauses,
He went white, like he straight
ranch white.
yeah, like
Little
he
flex
stopped. I
Yeah.
stopped.
Like
him
he
in
had
his
already been
tracks.
dipped in ranch.
It's like he'd already been dipped.
It was in the freezer. It was really cold that day.
So To see that exclusive video, you have to contact the Fluffer. He's the only one that has a copy of that.
It takes $100 donation.
I mean, you say Hidden
He's
Valley,
like, I'm gonna make my money back, bitch.
you say that Hidden Valley wouldn't want that sponsorship, but their tagline is "You love it or you really love it." So
Well, okay.
And he really loves it. Nice.
As long as it was regular ranch, he didn't want none of the other
He
shit.
didn't want no jalapeno or
no pepper jack.
pepper jack.
None of that
Yeah, he
spicy
made that
shit.
very clear.
Avocado would have made him look green. He was like, nah, I'm good.
It's not green
Yeah, that
screen.
was awesome.
But as you can tell, the donations went to like new cameras. Some of the stuff you can't see is new lights and arms and green screens and stuff. So we appreciate any donations you give. And if you're wanting to sponsor us, call me.
We'll happily take your money. I mean, we'll do stuff for it, just not stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like I'll have
I'm not
you.
dipping
I'll
my
have you
balls in
right here
ranch.
as a sponsorship the entire time. You know, you'll share the screen with me. Just a hidden figure. It says your company logo and name. So
Oh, God.
For a low, low price, he'll wear a green screen mask and the logo will be his head.
we actually made the joke about going to, or my brother and Gene were talking about going to get the going to Party City to get in a Green Man suit, just so things can happen behind people and the camera would not be the
Shit just
lights.
magically appear. You
Like,
know?
you know, water bottles come floating in.
Oh, what would have been great is when we did the Monopoly money behind Nikki.
Oh yeah,
making it rain.
Okay.
Yeah, literally.
I am curious. We're still on Marvel, right? We haven't.
we are still on Marvel.
Okay.
We are still.
So wait, what is the best Marvel movie? I mean, we can break it down into brackets.
Ooh.
Hey, thanks, Chad, for that donation for 25. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yay, donations.
You rock.
Yeah.
Not to bore you with debates about comic book movies. That's what I do best. So if we break it down into brackets, it gets really simple. Like if we like one movie versus another until we get to the final one.
Right.
So there's 22 movies. I'm pretty sure I can do this in my head.
I'm
Wow,
sure
that's
you can.
frightening. Iron Man or Captain America?
Cap.
Cap.
Now we go Cap.
From phase one.
I'll say
all of 'em.
I'll say the full movies.
Okay, so
Like-
all their movies.
Yeah.
Like we'll go Iron Man 1, 2, and 3 versus Cap 1, 2, and Civil War.
Captain
Ooh.
America.
Yeah, Cap.
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 Even though Iron Man 1 is fan-fucking-tastic.
Iron Man 1 is fantastic.
It's still one of the highest rated of all.
Yeah.
But Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
just-
Winter's. Yeah,
just,
it beats
just
it out.
beats it out because of the fight
I think the
sequences.
combo of Winter Soldier and Civil War
Yeah.
beats the combo of Iron Man 2 and 3.
Hey,
Like hands down.
not
Absolutely.
Not Winter Soldier beats those two.
But see, Civil War for me is like a combo. I mean,
It was almost an Avenger.
It's
almost-
Avengers 2.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say you really
Yeah.
can't put those together.
But it's literally called Captain America Civil War. So fuck you. It's in the Captain America category, not Iron Man.
Exactly.
They didn't call it Iron Man Civil War.
Okay,
Little dick ball.
all right.
Guardians of the Galaxy versus, we'll say, Thor.
Ooh, that is hard.
Wait,
We'll go.
Guardians of the Galaxy was
with,
actually
we'll
really
go with
good,
just
though.
the solo movies. The first movie.
The first
Thor
movie.
1
I would
versus
go
Guardians 1.
Oh,
Guardians.
Yeah.
All right. Guardians versus Ant-Man.
Guardians.
Ant-Man versus Doctor Strange.
Hang on, Ant-Man. I'm gonna go Ant-Man on that
You're
one.
going to go Ant-Man over Guardians?
For Guardians, yeah,
Oh, over Guardians 1?
yeah,
You're going to go Ant-Man.
yeah.
Are you sure?
Just because
You
of
want
the
to
whole-
ride that?
the super freaking cool. You know, the whole.
Okay, you're talking about one scene versus the entire Guardians movie, which was really good.
Yeah, you told me to pick. I picked Ant-Man over that one.
He did.
He
He
picked
did.
Ant-Man.
I mean,
Hey, Paul Rudd did an amazing job as Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd did a great job, but it was
Marvel made me care about a tree.
But it was
He made me tear up over a tree.
He did,
We
but it was everything. It was everything but Paul Rudd that made that film so much better for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It,
It's all the supporting.
was a good- it
cast
was-
in that
It was
movie.
if it wasn't
but
for
then
the
you look
supporting
at
cast that you had,
look at the D-list comic that Guardians was, and you made it a
I mean, to be fair,
AAA
to
film.
be fair, Ant-Man is a
D-list
D-list too.
comic too.
It is too, but
and it wasn't Pym. If it was Pym, Guardians all day long. It
Okay,
wasn't Pym.
but if it was Pym, you couldn't make him a good guy because
Yeah.
Pym is a dick.
yes,
Yeah, he is.
Like Hank
And
Pym
they
in the
still
comic
made him a
books
dick.
is a fucking dick.
and they
bag.
made
It
him a
was-
dick in the
but
in
like I
Ant-Man. I'll
said,
give him that.
if
but he was still
if
like
we-
half the dick he is in the comic.
You ask my opinion. If we're
Like-
comparing, it's because of the supporting cast. Next column.
Damn.
But hold on. If you're going with supporting cast, we had Rodan the fucking Destroyer, and
Okay, he was funnier in Captain Marvel. Oops,
no, well,
Yeah,
that's not a
he's in-
secret.
Yeah,
That's not a secret.
I know.
They announced he was in the movie.
I know.
I'm still going Guardians because the
That's
fucking
fine.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Soundtrack. You mean you care about
Yeah,
a sea and a goddamn
come on.
raccoon?
The soundtrack.
It was all about Groot.
Like
Sorry.
literally,
fine, you fucking switched me.
There you go. Well done. Well done.
Ant-Man, Doctor Strange.
Dr.
Why are
Strange.
you picking apart Toe's answer? Why didn't y'all just pick?
Strange.
Don't judge me.
Why did y'all pick Guardians of the Galaxy? And they
Um,
said
Because of
one.
Groot, goddammit.
That's-
soundtrack,
that's-
Groot, characters.
I'm just explaining for Dragon. She's like, Stop,
So you-
leave Toe alone.
So which one? Doctor Strange. and-
Ant-Man Strange.
Strange.
I think
I didn't get to see Doctor Strange. so-
Strange, just because the main character played it so brilliantly.
The reason for Strange for me, you had the very difficult job. Marvel already tried to introduce magic with Thor, and it failed. It failed.
Well, no,
For the magic
no,
side.
no. My is over them introducing magic. They really didn't. They didn't really introduce magic. They just said, "Hey, look, there's a magical hammer. That's the magic." And Heimdall can open a bridge. They didn't try to explain any of that shit.
No,
They just said, "These are everyone's powers. Let's go."
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Like the first time they attempted to explain magic was Doctor Strange.
But you also had Loki with his illusion magic and things like that. You also had,
true.
I
Did
mean,
they explain it though?
maybe that's their
I'm
problem.
saying explain magic, bitch. That's
Okay.
literally the situation.
Okay, Strange. We're gonna go around the thing here. So, what was your pick?
Strange.
Strange. What was your pick?
I had Ant-Man.
Yeah, Ant-Man.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange, so I can't
God
comment on
damn
that
you.
one.
Okay, you're not leaving. You're just staying here tonight. We're putting on the server, and you're gonna watch every single one. I'm gonna duct tape your eyes open like Clockwork Orange.
You're gonna be here till Tuesday.
No trees.
No tree.
No
Clockwork
trees.
Orange. I'm gonna. Strange. It has
No
to be
tequila
just
tree.
because of one of the main actor and the brilliant sequence that they designed when explaining, sending him near the other realm. When she knocks him out in that whole sequence. No offense, I would love to have been in the theater with somebody tripping on acid in that thing, just to walk up and be like, hands. You know?
Oh, I'm just gonna flat out say the next time there's a 3D showing of Doctor Strange, I'm going high.
All right.
I'm gonna be high as fuck, and I'm gonna watch that shit. I'm gonna trip my ass off. Because I might die.
Hi, this is Dallas Police Department. Can you do a job meals? Yeah, we do. Can you come get him? He is currently trying to climb up the screen to get into the multiverse.
You goddamn right.
I'm on my way.
You goddamn right. I'm also picking Doctor Strange because as much as I love Ant-Man, Doctor Strange did have the job of, hey, we got to make magic believable and explain that shit because it's really important coming up.
Yes,
And we need to explain more of these whole Infinity Stones.
Yeah, well,
I would argue that Doctor Strange is probably the better movie, but as far as my personal enjoyment
Personal
goes,
I understand.
Ant-Man
personal.
is still high. I've watched it, 3, 4, 5 times, whereas Doctor Strange, I saw it in the theaters and I haven't watched it again. I still love it. It's still one of my higher rated movies, but I haven't been like,
I
I
watched
really
it
want to go
twice.
back and watch
all right.
Doctor Strange.
What's your next combo?
Next combo, we'll go with Guardians 2 versus Civil War.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm going Guardians too.
You haven't seen one yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, he had anything strange.
that's right.
I saw Guardians 2 with my dad in theaters, so I got to go with that one.
Yeah. That
It kind of changes the whole impact of the movie.
But Spider-Man's first appearance was in Civil War.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing that gets me. In
And
Civil War
is
Just
still one of my
because-
favorite comic book series.
A
And the,
middle arm.
Really?
Yeah.
I really love it.
Like, okay, did you just read like the main 7 issues?
No,
Or did you read
actually-
all 197 fucking issues?
I read the expanded, mostly expanded, about 150 of them.
I read
Yeah.
the 197.
Yeah, and I read the 197, and here's what I figured out.
That shit don't
Why?
make sense.
Why in the fuck did this take 197 fucking issues to tell all these backstories?
Because they
that
were
none of them stuck.
No, of course.
And then you gave me 7 issues, and this
So-
bullshit cap death.
It's so funny. That's Civil War is actually what got me back into comics, and then everything that happened right after is what immediately got me back out of comics.
Yes, exactly. The fact they didn't stick it. But
Yeah.
at the time, I still take it for the time I read it. And at the time I read it and where they were going and everything they set it
yeah.
up for, it was glorious.
Absolutely. I loved every issue of Civil War
Yeah.
and all of its expanded stuff. But then as soon as rolling into that and trying to get
Going
into
to Decimation.
going to Decimation, going to did they do it was a Secret Invasion after
Yeah,
that?
Secret Invasion.
And I just then it just kind of
Yeah,
spiraled out even more out of control. I'm like, okay, and
Yeah.
I'm lost again.
I actually like Secret
Tap-
Invasion.
tap-
I actually thought it was a pretty cool series. All right, so your Civil War, which one were you?
God, because Guardians is so good. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. I mean, God. Yeah, it is so.
Mary Poppins.
I had
Mary
more
Poppins.
emotions in Guardians 2 than I did with the original Guardians.
I'm not gonna lie. In Guardians 2, when Yondu dies, I cried.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
Like when Chris Pratt starts crying, I'm like, I'm right there with you, bro. We're good.
And when the Reavers
wasn't-
come out, or the Ravagers come out, and they're giving
Oh,
it
yeah,
It
yeah,
may have been your father, boy, but it wasn't your daddy.
yeah.
Oh,
when Pratt screams when he realizes that he's dying, and then when they finally come for his funeral, I'm like, oh, fuck y'all, I'm crying at a goddamn Marvel movie. I fucking hate y'all.
And-
especially when he starts. Yeah, I was just like, I'm sitting there going, I'm with you, bro.
Yep.
You
and
really
that-
did a good job.
what's interesting about that one too is Rocket is the last person in the entire movie on camera, and he's crying and he's talking about family,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the only one who survived the snap.
Well, yes.
So we'll see what happens. All right, which one was yours?
I said Guardians.
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 I'm in the Guardians just because now I'm reliving the emotional,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Civil War just because of Spider-Man.
I can see his Civil War because Civil War was cool as
It was
shit and had a
solid.
lot of cool as shit.
It was.
They took a lot of sequences from the comic itself.
Yeah.
I will give
First it-
Civil War the credit because Civil War had 97 fucking characters, and they all played an equal role in the goddamn movie. They all had a storyline. None of them were wasted.
Yep.
Everyone had
First
their
Black
part.
Panther, first Spider-Man. I
Yep.
mean, it's they did so much with
They
it.
did.
It was solid.
They did. No, they really did. And where are you from? Brooklyn, Queens.
Yeah.
That part was great. It's just really hard. The emotional side of it. Okay, action-wise, Civil War. Emotional,
Yeah.
Guardians.
I don't know.
Some of the emotion side, because you've got Bucky killing Tony Stark's mom and dad. There's some heavy emotions.
It
there.
wasn't emotional. I knew that shit happened.
Can we call that Winter Soldier?
Yeah, but
Calling
It's
it
the-
Bucky hurts my feelings.
and the fact that Cap knew, and then the look of betrayal, and I mean, there's just
Yeah,
there
but
was a lot of motion.
It was
played
the
with
first
that.
time
but
you
I
saw
st-
Tony just flip on the music in his mind, but nobody actually heard it, and him just go postal on some people.
Oh,
for a little bit.
he lost
Until
it.
they
He-
got to-
Okay, he lost it. He was doing his best to kill them, and you know what they were doing? They were doing their best to shut him down and not kill him.
And then when they got pissed, they whooped his ass.
They beat his ass like a fucking drum.
Yeah.
They beat his ass.
Yeah, so when you buy any of our merch online, our little tag that shows up, it shows the part where Winter Soldier reaches, tries and pulls out the thing. That's our merch tag that goes across. So when somebody buys a shirt, it shows that, which we had discounted.
Oh, we
actually
thought
today.
Rhodey almost died there. I mean, there was that whole sequence there. I mean, there was
Yeah,
a
he was
lot.
just crippled for
It was
life.
showing.
Well, it was
also
it was
introduced
the,
Wanda
I
and
hope he's
Vision.
okay.
Yeah.
As in, like, fuck you.
And that's when Tony hit dick mode.
Oh yeah, he lost it, and so I mean, you had Wanda and Vision
As much
starting
as
their
he lost
emotional
it,
journey. You
Captain
had
Bucky beat
you had
that
so much.
All right, let's continue.
Where was I?
That was Guardians 2 and Civil War.
Ragnarok versus what's a good one to put up against Ragnarok?
Yeah, you're already making it a really
Yeah,
easy or a really hard choice.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'm not going that far yet. That's good. That's a rough fight.
I know.
Say,
it's
that's
a rough-
podcast long debate.
Yeah.
It is, but you want a heavyweight to go against Ragnarok.
All right.
Come
fuck
on.
it.
How about Avengers 1?
Oh, I already know.
Okay. Well,
Wait.
we'll go back. Avengers 1 versus someone give me one that
Avengers 2?
that's
Panther.
easy. Avengers 1.
Avengers 1.
Yeah, Avengers
Yeah.
versus Age of Ultron it's Avengers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Avengers.
That's my vote.
Don't get me wrong. Age of Ultron, perfect voice for that character.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
That first trailer where he's singing the fucking Pinocchio song,
Yeah.
that was creepy as shit. And then and then Joss Whedon did his Joss Whedon thing and it was like, oh, he made him cute.
It
Why'd you make him cute? God damn it. He was creepy, Joss. What are you
You
doing?
made us like.
out of all the things Josh can do, and he can do creepy. He just
When has he done creepy?
The trailer.
Buffy. He did.
What was creepy on Buffy?
Okay.
What episode?
Hold on. You are a horror master. You've seen every horror movie in existence. So your
Yeah,
level of creepy.
No.
Way the
No.
fuck up there.
I understand that my level of creepy is here.
No. Higher.
But I understand that everyone else's level of creepy is here. This knowledge of the difference allows me to go, this is what y'all consider creepy. I need to know where in the fuck
okay.
Joss can go here. Where in Buffy was creepy? What episode? Hush.
Fine, then I won't say
Season
anything
4,
else.
motherfucker. Where I love Buffy. I haven't watched it in 20 years, but I love Buffy. When was it creepy?
Besides the one episode, I guess.
Besides that one episode.
Because it's the one that sticks. Okay.
It's the only one that was creepy.
Well, you know what? But he said at least he did one episode that was creepy, so he met your range.
Did 1 out of 7 seasons.
You didn't ask for an entire 9 seasons of creepy. You just asked for an example, and I was going to give you an example. I could also go
Fair enough.
Serenity.
There was nothing creepy about.
By the way,
Superman.
Dragon
It was a-
Rose
it was a
says
good movie.
Hush was creepy.
I agree. Hush was creepy. Hush was fantastically creepy because.
Oh,
they-
I thought she was talking about you're going Hush.
Oh no. The episode was called Hush.
Yeah, that was the episode.
Okay, no, I thought you.
Okay, the
when you
musical
were telling
episode
us-
was not
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
The musical episode
Okay,
was funny.
Firefly. You never saw the Reavers, but you just heard about them and the dread he put into that.
You
And
saw
the-
Reavers super fast. Like
And-
they had Reavers in the show, and in the movie.
In the movie, they did. I don't remember seeing them in the.
They were on the
series,
show,
but,
too.
It's been a while.
The first time you meet Reavers, you find out just how fucking crazy.
Look, I watched it
they are
twice
about
and I got
stabbing
pissed
themselves.
off twice. I'm not watching it a third time to
What,
get pissed
Serenity?
off. No, the
Firefly?
Yeah, because I've been like, I want more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for you, Bat.
Okay,
If you tattoo more
hey, Winter,
Firefly,
what's
so we did Avengers and Avengers
You
2.
what?
That was
Avengers and Avengers 2.
Yeah, Avengers.
hey, small world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know Winter, Jamil?
Yeah, I had a winner. I've
Yeah.
been a winner for a while. I'll go with 20 years. That's a good number.
All right, yeah, that's
Well,
significantly longer than I've known her. We worked together at Robot for
Ah,
a while,
nice.
so yeah. Yeah, she good people.
She is.
Gene.
Good people.
Winter's good people.
Top. Avengers 2.
Uh,
Oh yeah, you're
I'm going with Avengers.
Yeah.
Avengers 2.
Yeah.
What was the
Avengers
other one?
that's that.
Avengers-
We're going with those two.
Avengers 1 or 2.
I'm saving Ragnarok for the final round because that's a fucking badass movie.
Yeah, it is.
Like that's if I put like Ragnarok up against like Avengers 2, that's just a beating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
If I put Ragnarok up against Avengers, that's kind of still a beating.
yeah.
I'm kind of torn, but I have to go with Avengers Part 1.
Avengers 1, there's just too much like
It's-
that's a heavyweight for me. That is such a heavy.
It's
it's
not the
the-
emotional tie. It's the
Cultural
finally-
significance, yeah.
It's finally them coming all
It's-
together.
yeah.
And
It's the
my
mashup.
childhood is coming to life on the screen before me, and he goes Hulk smash. Yes.
It's the glamour shot that how many
Yeah.
other movies have now repeated. It's
The circular rotation shot of
it's
them all getting ready
yes,
for fight.
It's the Luke, yo, I am your father, yo. It's that moment that they have. It's introducing Thanos, who we never saw coming when we saw
I mean,
the.
to be fair, it was like the one scene at the end, but it was okay.
But you know what? It made that to where.
Oh, no, I lost my
shit!
shit.
Oh
It was
no!
great.
I was there with Jeff.
Yeah.
And Jeff and I, before they even showed his face or anything,
You saw the chair.
He saw the chair, and he started freaking out in the
Yep.
theater. Buddy of ours
Yeah.
who owned a comic book shop.
Okay, yeah.
He recognized the chair, started going, oh, and
And then
then
he leaned in the frame and was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
well, before even that, so the guy's talking. He's like, to fight them is to court death, and I was like, and so we're just we were
And
we were both freaking
at
out in
least-
theater. Everyone's kind of staring at us, and then he gets up, does the turn, does the grin, and then most of the other people got it. Some people are still like,
Yeah,
"Who's
they're like,
that?"
Who's
And-
that guy?
I spent
Yeah.
the next 3 days after that explaining
Is
who the
that
fuck
super
Thanos
small?
was
Oh
to
yeah,
everyone.
oh yeah.
Who's
And-
the purple dildo?
He's coming to fuck your shit up.
No, he's just gonna snap, and you're gonna disappear.
Did you see what he did to Hulk? Yeah. Hulk doesn't want to play anymore.
I just want to point out that he beat
And it
Hulk's
was
ass
fun.
without
Yeah.
the gauntlet at all.
It
Like-
was fun for him. Let him have his fun.
Let him have his fun.
It's,
yeah.
it's just bad though because Hulk, like you said, growing up as a kid, Hulk was unbeatable every time,
Yeah.
and then he gets his ass whooped. You're like,
No.
By
Hulk,
Thor.
Hulk has been beaten up plenty of times.
He has.
Yeah.
but he hasn't like.
but he's beaten up by somebody extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Well, he was
Thor whooped him twice.
yeah, but he's also beat Thor's ass across like several known worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a trade off for them.
Yeah.
It's about even. It's about even.
Like, Thor
it's
gets a
even about-
win, and Hulk beats the shit out of him.
MMA style in which Thanos whooped his ass.
Oh yeah.
And not
Thanos
the,
didn't just club him to death. Thanos took him apart like it was a systematic beating.
Yes.
He was like, "Aw, bitch, you just gonna punch me? Here, catch your knee, bitch." Aha!
And then I mean, 'cause you gotta think about
Smoothly.
it.
Thanos hit a Muay Thai knee on Hulk.
He did. Out of all the punches that go to sleep, 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 go to sleep,
Yeah,
and he
no.
spits out a tooth and then whoops your butt. He didn't need a gigantic robot machine. He was just like,
He did that shit with his hands.
Capua, shall I begin?
I'm gonna beat you with my bare hands, bitch.
Just gone.
And then he was unconscious.
He
Poor
beat your
Hulk,
ass hard enough where Heimdall had to save you, dog.
Yeah.
He beat you so bad you don't want to come out for
You
another
woke
fight.
up under a staircase like Harry Potter. I mean,
And you were scared. And you were scared to come out.
No, bro, I ain't coming down. No, fuck you.
come
dog.
on.
No, dog.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Okay.
No, dog, he whooped my ass.
Yeah.
So in this,
Hulk needs therapy, according to yes.
Well, okay, if Hulk gets therapy,
When have we not
That
known?
would be a great promotional thing where he's sitting there talking to a mirror with a therapist and like, you know, why you mad? Hulk upset, got ass whooped. Purple dildo hurt down.
it's the reverse of this. It's the reverse of the.
gets therapy. It's horrible.
Well, again, he was Tony Stark's therapist in
Yeah, I was-
Iron Man 3,
that's what I was
which
about to
was the greatest cameo in that total. I'm not that kind of doctor. And it was just glorious. Him just.
Oh, you were paying attention.
Oh, let me start over.
Oh, God.
Robert Downey Jr. or Tony Stark should be Hulk's therapist. That should be the reverse of that.
That's a horrible concept.
No, because then Hulk
You get to take the most fucked up person in the
drunk.
yeah.
Hulk drunk. Well,
It's awesome.
Oh my god.
Hulk drunk is awesome.
No, we don't need this. Oh dear God, that's just terrible.
Now Valkyrie drunk. I'm totally okay with it.
When is she not drunk?
Look, that girl could down. You have until I finish this bottle. Gulp.
Again, when is she not drunk in the film?
This is why
The
this is a
final
heavyweight.
fight? She wasn't drunk.
We don't know. She kind of humped that laser gun at the end, and it was just
Come
like,
on, she
That's how you engage that.
she
guy.
had a couple shots. All right, come on, she had.
shot.
I'm sure she was sober by the time they got to the fight.
It was the freaking.
I don't know if I go against her, I'm gonna be pretty drunk too.
Hey, if I go against her,
It
I'm just
was
gonna
the
cry.
Grandmaster's party vessel. There was alcohol on there. You know she was drunk.
Oh, of course.
It's his party.
You know how many orgies were on there? Oh
At
God!
least one with Loki. Anyway,
So back to the Avengers v Avengers 2 that we have been that we started and sidetracked on.
Yeah.
we'll go back.
A
By the way, welcome to our show. We get derailed.
Yeah, we.
of course.
Yeah, we deep end. It's okay.
This is why
That
that's why our
whiplash.
topic sheet's extremely short because we never get through one ever.
course, yeah.
We're only halfway through this thing.
We're doing pretty good.
We are because
With
most of it's Marvel related.
With Avengers. All
With
right.
Avengers 2, rewatching it now that Infinity War is out, Ultron's entire motive in that movie is you can see it in a whole new light.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes, you
no,
can.
I see all of this coming.
Yeah.
and if you kill me, there is no stopping it.
I can see that, and
So
you know what?
hindsight 2020 is if Ultron did this, there would have been no snap.
Technically,
Again,
it wouldn't have
'cause
been a stone,
he would have taken over Vision, and he would have had Vision.
and he would have had the body of Vision, and he would the evil cunningness of Ultron.
Yeah,
Thanos is in for a fight trying to get that from Ultron.
It's going to be very difficult. It would take pretty much all the children to come out, children of Thanos to take him on, and possibly Thanos himself, because he would be, he would get the Tesseract then. He knows where it's at.
MCU number one MacGuffin.
Yes,
Tesseract.
the greatest MacGuffin. Oh God!
Just
The comeback.
advancing that forward.
But no. I mean, hindsight makes Ultron a much better villain.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like if you go back and watch the movie, the first thing you see, you're just like, well, that was
something.
that was a movie.
something. It was good.
I
It
got to
just
see all
was-
my characters again. That was cool. Yeah.
It's why Infinity Wars was so good when you had the throwback with Red Skull. I mean,
Yeah.
just like because everybody was like, he
Oh, no,
looks
I
like he got
clapped my
teleported.
ass.
Dude,
He
I
didn't
called that
disintegrate,
back
he got
in when I
teleported.
saw Cap. I'm like, they're bringing him back.
Well, because
He's just
because when you first see it in theaters, you're so mesmerized by all the graphics that you didn't realize there was another world for a lot of time. And when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, that's a different planet they're going to. Okay.
Oh, I knew there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he shows up on what's the name of the planet again?
Vormir.
Vormir. It was like,
Yeah, it made sense. It was a great throwback. It tied in.
The Tesseract said, "I need you for a job. I need you to come watch this stone."
yeah.
Guess
Come
what,
watch my
bitch?
cousin.
You're never going to be able to get these stones. I know this. It's okay. So come watch this stone and be punished for the rest of your life. Yeah.
You had it coming, bitch.
Yeah. So I will agree. Ultron is a much better film now.
Yes, exactly.
Now it's a much better film. Absolutely. Hands down. Makes perfect sense. And mostly sense.
Yeah.
And then is a much better film overall.
Okay, I like Winter's idea. Hulk is talking to Deadpool as a therapist
in Deadpool 3.
in Deadpool 3. I would like to see this.
Yeah.
I really wonder how
The
that would
concept
go.
of Bruce Banner getting therapy is a horrible idea.
From Deadpool is
but
even
from
worse.
Deadpool is even better. Like
Yeah.
it's worth even if it was like a anime or a short version of it, just like a little cameo spot where they just sat there and been like, why?
But
I'm
specifically,
confused
that's
as why
why
Bruce Banner's got to go to Deadpool for therapy.
Bruce Banner doesn't go to Deadpool for therapy. It's Hulk goes to Deadpool for therapy. That's what we're getting at.
Or actually, no, it would be Deadpool
Ruben.
seeking out Hulk, going, "Here, let's calm down, buddy. Yeah,
Sounds
How
getting
big-
real
Sun's
low.
getting real low.
finally.
Except he's got baby hands.
Just how big is it? I want to see it just once. I gotta compare.
Thud.
Oh dear God, your poor wife.
Which one? He has 2 girls now.
Yeah, well,
Completely forgotten about the first one.
I was
like
going to say,
everything else.
they never even mention her anymore. It's like,
Literally, the only person that made it out of that movie is General Ross.
Yup.
And even then,
I mean, he made it out.
he did.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't turned into Red Hulk yet, which is, yay. Red Hulk's a dick.
yeah, it's a.
Seems to be a
where
common
were we?
theme.
Okay, we're
Where we
Avengers
at?
1 and 2. That's what we finished.
Avengers. Okay, Avengers 1
Right.
versus Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
There's always one person who's going to have a
No,
problem.
it's hard. It is hard.
It's
Again,
not-
it is very difficult because the emotional weight from of the first Avengers is so real. Because again, it was no other movie really had done that type of collaboration going forward to that moment, and it really came together in that moment. And
Yeah, you saw that too, the whole baby
Yeah.
hand. Hulk.
The baby hand gently strokes the Hulk.
That would be awesome to see, though.
And this is why you always need Winter in your chat.
you really do.
She's been in our chats before. It's always been awesome.
as a movie, Winter Soldier is better. It is a better film. It is a better everything. I'll go with Winter Soldier, but Avengers is that's a tough one for me.
All right.
Okay.
Winter Soldier you could show to someone who hasn't seen any of the other MCU movies
And
it
wouldn't
would
even
still
care.
be a good movie. Avengers, you have to have everything that came before to really appreciate that movie.
To really appreciate, you could still understand it though.
It's a solid movie. It's a really good movie on its own, but Winter Soldier is like
It could be a standalone.
awesome action spy movie
Winter
that
Soldier.
you don't really need what came before.
Winter Soldier would qualify as technically it's a comic book movie because it's comic book characters, but it's also like a genre spy film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's literally a spy film. It just happens to also be a Marvel Comics film.
exactly.
Again, on a personal note,
Okay.
Avengers still has my heart. but
I'm
Winter
going to
Soldier-
argue your emotional content because Cap and Bucky is the friendship of doom.
Oh no, I know.
That is the friendship that has survived 70 years and is
Cap-
going to kill each other.
All right.
Cap's my man, so I understand. It's hard.
Fluffer.
Gee.
We're going Winter Soldier.
All right. Country. We're going Winter Soldier.
We're
I
going
tell you.
Winter
It's
Soldier.
about
Either dune.
I already said Winter Soldier.
I'm going Winter Soldier. That's
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What's your next one?
Where was I? All right, well, we can just move into heavyweights. We're just going to skip the little stuff. Like that's just simple.
Nobody's gonna rate Thor 2 or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
it's-
Yeah,
we're,
we're
just
just-
we're moving on.
Incredible Hulk and Thor 2.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay,
I
how
told
do
you
you
this.
choose the bottom of the
Hulk's
barrel?
a 1. Hulk, Thor 2 is -5. Because if we
Are we really doing this?
Yes.
I honestly, after watching it more recently, I got to give it to Thor 2.
I got a better one. Fantastic Four. Now watch that one instead of
That's
those
not a Marvel movie.
two. I don't care.
No, we don't talk about that.
Watch that instead of those two right now.
Thor 2 or I'd have to go Thor 2. There's at least something in Thor 2. Incredible Hulk. What'd they hold over besides the character name?
Tim Roth. Tim Roth was awesome.
Yeah.
No, I'm literally going. I'm trying to find good things about Hulk that literally was just Tim Roth.
Yeah.
The Stan Lee cameo was Beast. I liked that one. That was funny.
Like watching Hulk again, that's a movie that they tried skipping the origin story. They're like, okay, we're gonna jump into it. People know who Hulk is. That's all they care
and
about.
technically, Incredible Hulk is technically a sequel from Hulk, the first
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
which is
Technically.
weird.
it's like technically that,
Technically
but they
a
just,
sequel, but it's also its
Yeah.
first entry into like the Marvel-ish universe.
which,
Yeah.
which I
Which
think
is
is
super
what,
weird.
which I think is what the problem was. If they
Yeah.
had actually done that as an origin story, then you would have the other. You would actually care about the other characters. You'd care about his relationship with the doctor chick. You'd care about. I don't remember-
chick.
I don't remember her name.
Betty.
Betty. You'd be.
You don't remember half the movie. I mean, it's a very forgettable movie. Thor 2 at
Seriously.
least had a couple
Yeah.
moments in there that you know, Loki dying, and then, you know, knowing he's going to come back. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, there was at least moments in Thor 2 that you appreciated.
Yeah, Thor 2 was okay because you enjoyed the characters.
Yes.
The story itself, you're just like, eh. The villain, eh.
Ugh.
Darcy was funny. I loved Darcy.
Yeah,
in that.
Darcy's great. But it just comes back to the characters.
Okay, that was good.
I mean, again, you had a couple
You had
element
really good
moments.
moments. You had really good moments in Thor: Dark World, which you didn't have was a really good overall product.
No, you did not, and that's why it beats Incredible.
Yeah, at least my book.
Yeah.
You have one?
I didn't see Thor 2, so I can't make a statement. I didn't even bother to go
I
see
mean,
that one.
you still can. You can still just say
Yeah, you could
We'll
still
just say
keep it.
Thor.
Clockwork Orange for you in about 2 hours.
All right, so
Jen says, "Are you making a list for these? Because it isn't official till you make a list."
it's in my head. Not counting.
We're working on it. So, all right,
It's in my head. That's all that matters.
all right,
All right, we're gonna go. We're moving. We're just gonna go right to the heavyweights.
all right.
All right. Winter Soldier versus Ragnarok.
Winter Soldier. I have very specific reasons for that, but Winter Soldier.
The silence. Is
I was
awesome.
waiting
I'll tell you
for someone
I'll
else
tell
to
you
chime in.
No,
Winter
go,
Soldier.
Go ahead and say your reason why, because I'm kind of torn. I got to figure this out.
I'm gonna jump in with Winter Soldier as well on
Yeah.
this one because while Ragnarok was the comeback kid of the Thor movies of just holy crap, and you know what? It embraced the 80s. It did the Guardians of the Galaxy of we're gonna do music, we're gonna do the laser light, we're gonna embrace the time period that we want to.
It embraces comedy.
Yeah.
It does.
And that's what makes it enjoyable.
Yes. And that's also where my beef comes with it, because as awesome as the comedy in Thor Ragnarok was, there are several moments where they take it just a step too far. And
Example.
Okay,
I want
Yeah.
just so
No, you
I'm
can't
clear
see
on
my
this.
face.
the biggest example at the very end, whenever they're sitting in the ship watching Asgard get destroyed, and Rock Guy goes, "Hey, no,
The foundation's
the
good.
foundation's strong. It'll still be there. It'll be for its people, and it'll rebuild." And then it explodes. And he's like, whatever, never mind. It's not there anymore.
Okay, so I would counter this
I
point.
actually like that. Because
So here's the thing. Say they went serious with it, and there's this really big somber. You have the sad music come into play. Loki's dying. Wait, wrong. You know,
Yeah.
You're
So,
jumping ahead. To,
you have all this because it had so much comedy to have that kind of switch that sudden. Would you not then criticize of why would you have such a serious moment when it's been a fun movie so far? And would you have blamed it for being too serious then at that point?
I wouldn't have, because of how much else of the movie is just super fun. Because they have other moments in the movie that they do deal with pretty serious issues. You know,
The whole
his
movie
dad passes away.
The whole movie, everything about Ragnarok is dark.
Yeah.
And it's using this comedy to project this very dark message through the entire thing, and it's the comedic humor that pushes you through and gets you through it, and carries over even into Infinity War with him. No, I've got this. I'm fine. You sure you're up for this particular murder mission?
he was not.
Yeah, and so I mean, I wouldn't call that a weakness, having too much of the comedy.
It's not necessarily a weakness. It is just my biggest gripe with the movie. Because
Okay.
it's not just that scene. It's other scenes that they have a moment to give, like a send-off or a dedication. And while nobody...
and then they just pop a balloon and everyone laughs type of thing. And
Exactly. Doesn't even go to that far, because whenever Hela comes to Asgard the first time and just murders everyone, the Warriors 3 just get... Oh, they're gone. Cool.
Well, I mean,
your contract is up.
I mean, technically, Thor Ragnarok was a reboot. Like,
Yeah.
for all intents and purposes, it's a fucking reboot.
It is a reboot, and also
with that,
honestly, that gave her the emotional weight of like, look, this isn't some pushover bad guy. No, this is somebody who's going to whoop your ass and not break a sweat.
Yeah.
And look like she's having fun while doing it.
She was.
And so, and so when
A good time was had by all named Hell.
when she gets impaled by a sword bigger than Asgard itself,
Wait,
it makes
I didn't see that.
Wait.
Go watch Ragnarok again. She doesn't get impaled. She disappears right before it hits her. Promise.
okay. All her power came from Asgard anyway. So
True
it's,
story.
yeah.
It did.
So she's going to show up on Earth in a mental institution. I'm the god of death.
That's what happened to Odin. Leave alone.
I know.
So,
Karma.
but still, as far as that goes, I think that
Well,
for her killing them, so I will admit it was
What was
very
this, Winter Soldier versus
you know,
Ragnarok?
Yeah.
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 Alright.
So
Just
I
for
admit
Stone
that they
Ragnarok.
kind of just,
I know.
they were thrown away.
Mhm.
I didn't like that so much, especially after I liked them in Thor and everything.
Yeah.
And I like, having them around. I thought it
Okay,
gave some
did you
weight
like
to
them
it.
enough to realize that Zachary Levi wasn't the same Fangirl from the first one?
Yes, I
Yes.
did notice that.
Yeah, I knew.
Okay.
I saw it.
I didn't particularly care that
I
they
didn't.
changed actors.
They-
I still thought that even in Thor 2, they kind of shafted them on their appearance
Yes,
and
they did.
their usage of them. So at the end of the day, most people probably don't care that the Warriors 3 just got annihilated immediately because it's just like, okay, cool. No, those are supposed to be important friends of Thor, and they got killed super quick. She's really strong. It gave the message that it needed to. But for me personally, I liked those characters because they just remind me of the classic D&D party.
Mm-hmm.
So just having them just thrown away right
and
there.
like all good D&D parties, these motherfuckers died.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And then at the end with the
Did you roll an extra 20?
but again, I think
Okay.
Winter Soldier.
All right.
Yeah.
so
Winter
hang on,
Soldier.
Let's keep going here.
I'm going winter because I haven't seen Ragnarok. So
what?
Have you seen
Okay.
a Thor movie?
I feel like-
I haven't seen any Thor movies,
Okay.
so I'm
Okay.
behind on Thor.
All right.
But
You're
I've
behind
seen,
on a lot of shit, son.
Yeah. All right.
What can I say?
Thor.
So,
See how far that $100 carried him.
He's been watching the dip on replay. I'm gonna have to go with Thor Ragnarok just because I thought it's comedic genius. It really was.
It
The-
was.
To have Jeff Goldblum, okay,
But
to
Winter
come
Soldier.
in. I understand, but to have Jeff Goldblum. Just the spot off comedy that he does with his voice. So when he tortured the guy, he goes, "Why did you hand me the orb?" I mean,
I'm pretty sure they didn't give him a script. They just said, "Be
I know,
yourself."
just
on
like,
camera.
hey,
No, they didn't. From what I
go-
understand, they just said, "Here, go."
go ad lib.
No, I don't like that word.
I had that movie I've watched over and over and over. I've watched Winter Soldier over and over, but Winter Soldier's a good one when you want a good ass kicking beat down. Thor
It's-
Ragnarok's when you want something funny. And
I mean,
to see
So,
Hulk get out of a bathtub and then Thor just kind of look away.
oh, and there it is. Oh,
That arena fight, the Coliseum fight scene.
oh,
That is some eye candy.
yes, that's how it feels. I'm a really big fan of the sport.
Yeah, like that made it worth it for me. I'm more of a comedy person than any. I watch comedy movies even if they're really shitty. Comedy
It's kind of
movies.
the Oscar argument of what wins Oscars? Dramas do. The comedy's not going to win an Oscar, but drama will. That kind of comes down to play in that.
there's-
And I
you're
can
not
see your
gonna get a
point.
comedy where like that was so beautiful, unless it was like Bicentennial Man, and then suddenly you have a comedy that actually won because it had emotional response and comedy. Andrew, come check out this window. No. So, what's your next one?
Oh wait, no.
I'm
what
sorry,
did you?
Jamil. Yeah.
What did you
I'm
pick?
going Winter Soldier.
Okay, cool.
As
Just
much as I love
making-
Ragnarok, and I love Ragnarok.
Oh, God,
it's like top 5 of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably top 20 of all my favorite all-time movies.
Absolutely.
I'm still going Winter Soldier because, frankly, spy movies.
Yeah, it's
cat
solid.
beating
It's solid.
ass.
Winter
Frankly,
says
darling,
Winter
I don't give a
Soldier.
damn.
Winter says Winter Soldier is a quick way to fall in love with a one-armed man. I wanted the end scene of Thor calling Jeff Goldblum daddy. All right, what you got?
All
next?
right. We're in the heavyweights. Infinity War versus Winter Soldier.
I got no Infinity War versus Black Panther.
No,
That's what
hold
you gotta
on.
do.
I have to do
Because that's
Infinity
easy.
War.
Infinity War.
Hold on. Wait, Infinity War versus Winter Soldier? You're going Infinity War?
I am.
We're all going Infinity War?
Gene hasn't
Yeah.
seen that yet. Fluffer hasn't seen
No,
it yet.
I've seen Infinity War. I'm debating.
I'm gonna have to go Infinity
I'm
War
really debating.
because Snap.
Crackle and pop.
Yeah, it was Snap. What about you?
Had to be.
I'm waiting for him.
The snap was pretty awesome. I have to give it that.
It was the thing I never thought I'd see in a movie. It honestly, I didn't think they would. I never thought I'd get Thanos in a movie, and then the first Avengers came out, and I said, "There's hope." I mean, and then he did it because I thought they were gonna do the Marvel thing and puss out.
Kevin Feige, you should just sponsor us. I mean, for the love of God,
Please,
I'm gonna
please.
go with Infinity
somebody
War.
tag him. Infinity War.
I
All
might
right.
go
So,
with Infinity
Infinity.
Infinity.
I'm also going Infinity War.
Yeah, it's
Like,
So I want everybody to tell me one reason, not explain why, but just one scene that sold it for you more than anything. Jamil.
no, it'll save me for last. Mine's the worst
Okay.
one.
Snap. Again,
Snap.
I have to. Again,
You don't
it's
have to
the
explain
moment.
it, just
I already said it.
Snap.
Bring me Thanos!
I have to go with the snap too. The snap was one of my favorite parts. I mean,
Mhm.
Peter Parker disappearing. That was the thing that sold it for me the most because of the
I don't feel so
emotional-
good, Mr. Stark.
That part, because even
Ablibbed, by the way. He ablibbed that.
Cool
They
story.
just said he was you're
I
dying.
got to know yours now.
Oh, that was mine.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I saw Infinity War 4 times in theaters at least that I remember. And the first time, Peter Parker starts to go away, and it was like the late night showing, and it was just like 25 people there because we caught like the latest goddamn showing ever for Infinity War that night, and
Long-ass
everyone was
movie.
like, all right, cool, that's what I expected. The second time I saw it, once Peter starts to go away, the entire crowd loses their shit.
Yep.
And there's a guy in the crowd audibly sobbing for the rest of the movie
Yep.
over Peter Parker, and I'm like, that's amazing.
It has to do with everything.
Let
with
me
my
suck
kids.
that in. Hold on, that's
My
good.
kids
Oh yeah, give me
absolutely-
that grief.
My kids absolutely love Marvel movies. And from when I found out when my kids were going to go see it because I was going to work, I got on my knee, came down to a level and said, "Son, when the movie's over, you're going to come home and talk to me," because their favorite character, they absolutely love Spider-Man. They love the new Spider-Man. So when they come home, it's just like, "Daddy, they killed Spider-Man." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Don't worry, son. He's going to be back." And he's like, "Oh,
Well-
Sabi," and he's like, leans forward and goes, "Daddy, they killed Black Panther too." It was just like, it's okay.
I
I'm
have
pretty
to-
sure he's going to be back too.
It's just wild, because Spider-Man, all them we grew up with. When you die or when they die, you're like, what the fuck? Our childhood heroes.
You
Well,
really need to read
Clearly, you need to
comics
read some comics because Peter
Well,
Parker's died
yeah,
a million times.
I mean, I'll watch the movie,
I, in
but I've
fact,
never
have
done
a single
comic books.
issue where he dies fighting Thanos and comes back before the issue fucking ends.
So Winter says
Not even 30 pages.
Winter says Infinity and the snap was good, but the scene for her was the actual Thanos and Gamora.
Fair enough.
That was solid. That was, again, there was emotional weight to pretty much everyone dying. There was emotional weight. For me, Spider-Man was big. I didn't think Strange would go. And which means he saw his own death.
Yeah.
14 million 5 times
Yeah.
he saw his death and still did it.
Well, it's because it's the only way that everyone else could live.
I understand that, but again,
Because that's strange.
14 million times. That's a lot of time. And even if he didn't die in all of them, that's a lot of times to die and still go through with it. So Strange was actually a little bit more heavyweight for me as far as dying.
To be fair with Strange, his entire thing in the first movie is that he went to Dormammu and bargained and died a lot.
Yes, and we don't know. And we don't know.
I came to bargain!
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. We can continue this loop all
And,
day.
and as far as one of the coolest action sequences, when he cuts loose magic and it's him versus Thanos, oh my god, all the spells he uses, I lost my shit.
You
I would-
really wonder what he did in that short time period between the time where he just learned all this new stuff.
well, no, okay. How many times did he fight Dormammu?
Well, no, that's even the bigger question. Is like when he sees his death and he fades away, he's like, "Yeah, that's the least painful way I've ever gone."
Yeah.
Well, that was easy.
Okay. So I said the Thor coming down and being a badass for my scene. I take it back. Thanos blowing up a moon and throwing that.
He
at
hit that
Iron
motherfucker
Man.
with a moon. Do you understand how much you pissed him off? He hit you with a moon, dog.
Exactly.
You realize NASA's just sitting there going, "Hey guys, we lost one of the moons." Here."
How do you lose a moon?
Well, it was a
It's
moon
a-
on Titan, so we're good.
It's a bunch of little moons now.
And they all hit Tony's bitch ass.
And he's
You
just
throw another moon.
He can stand up and be like, "I could kick your ass. I survived the moon impact."
All that
No,
for
no,
a
no.
drop
All right.
of blood.
Yeah, that was my line. All that for a drop of blood. And just like, oh.
And
Yeah,
then he
he
stabbed
did a
you with
whole-
your own arm.
He did a whole lot of shit, and all you did was cut his cheek.
Yep.
And when they stabbed Tony, I literally stood up at the theater and was like, "They're killing him!" People hated me. I was like, I thought they were. I thought
First
this
off,
is it.
First off, there were scenes in the motherfucking trailer that hadn't been shown yet in the movie, so I'll be damned if they were killing him.
Yeah, but they had also scenes in the trailer that they never even showed in the movie.
I know, and so the first time I'm like, no, bitch, he ain't dead until I see it. Until he drops dead and stops talking. He ain't
All right.
dead. What?
Next one.
Moving on.
Oh, let's see if we can whittle this down. Black Panther versus Winter Soldier.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Wakanda Forever. That movie was epic on so many fucking levels.
In addition to just being a fucking awesome movie, it's just the cultural significance of that movie is too important to just kind of,
I would to go with Black Panther on that one. It's
Alright.
a tough one though because
What's funny is
Winter Soldier
for
is so
me,
good.
Forrest Whitaker's actual performance is what sold me even more than
Yes,
anything.
because Forrest Whitaker, he's one of my favorite actors, man.
He
He,
did-
can play pretty much any scene or any person and pull it off.
And let's not forget,
Ghost Dog.
the one of the better comebacks for a Marvel person coming back.
Well, to be fair, there are two really good comebacks. Okay, 3 if we count Robert Downey Jr.'s entire career.
Yes.
Chris, Evans, his comeback from playing fucking Human Torch
To Cap.
to Cap. And then we got Michael B. Jordan and his comeback from playing Human Torch to playing fucking
So
Killmonger.
basically, if you play Human Torch, you're going to suck. But your next role is going to be
Kevin
amazing.
Feige can save you.
It's true.
Your next role is going to be amazing. Don't worry about it. Just suffer this one.
Yeah, man, Fantastic Four sucked.
Oh
That
God!
was cast me
I
a
finally
guy.
saw it.
Cast me a
I
good
finally-
Dr. Doom.
Oh, Fantastic Four stick.
Fan Four Stick?
I finally saw it,
I'm so sorry.
and I almost cried with how bad it was. My God!
See, the problem with Fantastic is that the first hour of it is not bad. It's not great.
It's not good.
No.
It's not good.
And by no means am I saying it's good.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the last half hour of it is infinitely worse
Oh,
than the first hour of it.
one of the most painful 30 minutes. I was literally wiggling in pain in my seat, going, "Why am I watching this? I have."
I've been hit
That
by
was-
moving trucks.
that-
I'd rather watch Fantastic.
That was your ass cheeks vibrating, saying "Get up and go."
I couldn't deal. God.
Okay, since you brought that up,
What, Sausage
have
Party?
you seen Sausage Party?
I
yet?
can't right now because all my data's transferring. Sorry.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'll be able to watch it on my phone literally from my server soon.
Okay.
Calm down.
All right. So Black Panther.
It's been a 2-year-long running thing where we made a deal. I watched Fantastic Four because I wasn't going to watch how horrible that was, and he had to watch Sausage Party because he didn't want to watch that either. I ended up watching Fantastic Four twice
I also watched it twice.
because one of my kids and one I ended up watching it suffered through it twice, and he negated the deal.
Eyes were bleeding. Oh my God.
He hasn't watched Sausage Party.
Because there's so many other things to watch.
Yes.
So, guys,
All right.
if you just joined us, thanks for joining us. Make sure you check out our website, oneofds.com. Thanks for the donations that we've gotten. Thank you, Chad, earlier. If you want to donate to the show, it helps to go towards new equipment and new lights, new mics, everything like that. All it goes back into here. Go to our website, oneofds.com. Clip that donation. Just put whatever. $1's fine. We'll take every little piece we get. We especially thank everybody who has donated. Chad, Lock and Load, Lux, Justin Sane, everybody who's done it. So if you get a chance to, that'd be great.
We're gonna get to that. Black Panther does not beat every movie.
Oh.
It doesn't. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
It's close, but
It's-
it does.
It's close.
I mean,
I'll give you
we're-
close.
We're,
I gave
literally
it
down
I
to
gave
Black
it a
Panther
10.
versus fucking Infinity War.
That's what it is.
I gave it a 10, and Infinity War's got a 10 in my book, too. And then Endgame just has a prequel 10.
yeah.
It's a precursor. Asterisk 10.
I'm going to let my vote be known for Black Panther versus Infinity War as I don't have a decision yet. Because I consider Infinity War the first half of a really good story.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a
That's
good way to
actually
put that.
fair.
That's a good way to put that.
I need to see Endgame. Once I see Endgame, that's the end of that story.
It is.
And then I
because then we could properly rate, Infinity
I mean,
War.
and
And
I can rate Infinity War as a movie as going. It was the best origin story for a villain I've ever seen in my entire life. And
Because
It
Thanos
was.
was the main character.
Yeah,
it was Thanos' story. Everyone else was a side character. Cool.
yes, and it was beautifully told, and just everything, the emotional. They made you care about a villain
No.
such.
They didn't make you care. They made you understand.
They made you
Because
understand.
at no point do you, at no point while watching Infinity War do you think I agree with what Thanos is doing.
Yeah.
You look at Infinity War and go, I understand why you think
okay.
this is how this is going to work. I understand why you're doing it, and I understand how far you're going to go to do it when you toss off the daughter you clearly love in whatever fucked up way that is to get your goal. I don't agree with you. I think you're fucking nuts, and I love Thanos as a character.
Hey, thanks, Justin, who just bought a mug from. There's
Ah,
the thing,
there's
too.
the scene.
Yeah, that's how you get your merchandise from us. You rip it out of their chest. He just bought a mug. And,
You put out a Code's chest. He dressed up as Robert Downey Jr.
we do have a merch store. Check it out on our website as well. Under donations, there's a merch store. We have T-shirts, we have hoodies, we have mugs, we even have phone cases for Apples and Samsung 9s and all them stuff. So if you want to see more merch, just let us know what you want. We'll make sure it gets made for you guys.
So with that lovely preamble to my argument, I will say Black Panther currently, and more than likely Avengers. The combo of Infinity War and Endgame will beat out Black Panther. As much as I love Black Panther, because Black Panther is literally my movie. I love that movie to ever-loving death.
Because you fell in love with the villain. Like, the villain had such a story that you looked at him at the end of this and went, you could live, and I would still support you. Even though what you did was horribly wrong. He did it for all intents and purposes because
you want to kill a bunch of people,
So-
and that's bad. However, I get where you're coming from,
Right.
and I don't disagree that this shit is probably.
So-
Not to mention some of the best lines in the world. Hey, colonizer.
colonizer.
Sorry,
Don't scare me, colonizer.
Like,
So
it's like some of the best
we
stuff ever.
so we have Black Panther and then Infinity War, both basically coming off of having some of the best villains in the MCU.
Oh yeah.
And so I don't think that's not a coincidence. I mean,
Oh no!
again, we
well,
both.
I mean, they've had 10 years to perfect how they're doing their villains, and it shows because
Right.
we've had some of the best
So
villains.
that actually rolls into one of our quotes here because Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige on the MCU's diverse future was started stating because of the success of Black Panther and Captain Marvel. Kevin stated that on comicbooks.com, you can go find the article, that it cleared a way for a whole new wave of heroes to come to the forefront of just unknown superheroes.
Well,
Squirrel,
unknown to you.
Squirrel Girl, unknown to me. Fine.
Well, Squirrel Girl has her show coming on
She
Hulu.
does, but
Yep.
it's bringing out so many more. Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think I would
Wasn't
have to
that
give I would have to give Guardians some major props for opening the door of having people non-mainstream at all, like nobody who did not read comics, knew who Guardians were. Nobody
And
did.
some of us who read comic books really didn't give a shit.
Yeah, and
Like, no, I'm not. I
you
can't
really-
even lie. I'm
No,
huge comic book fan. I've read maybe 10 issues of Guardians before the movie came out.
I read a couple issues explaining
I
Groot's
knew who-
origins.
I knew who
before,
everyone was.
Yeah, and
I
I,
knew everyone
I've
was.
got the comics of Groot Origins, which I have not read yet.
I knew the "We Are Groot" moment from the comic books because actually that was one of the few that I had read, and I was like, that's good, and I saw it in the movie.
And then it was even better.
It was great.
It still
And so-
makes my wife cry this day.
And then
which
you
is-
still cried.
oh,
Dude, my wife busts out in tears
No,
every single time.
and
I'm
technically
a
it's
baby
not
in these
Groot in the
movies.
movie that faded away in
It's
Infinity
Groot's
War.
son.
It's Groot's son.
Because Groot died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Groot died.
Groot is dead.
Our poor tree.
But yeah, no, it's
His
like-
name is Tree, by the way. We found that out.
Tree, where's the handle?
Yeah, because he speaks Groot and he calls him Tree.
or because he's Thor and he calls him tree because he looks like a tree. It's Thor.
I don't know. That's the theory, and I kind of
Thor's not good on proper names.
Hey,
Oh, this is
Hey.
my friend Tree. I am
hey,
Groot.
hey, Rabbit.
I am Steve.
I am Steve Rogers.
That was so good.
That was perfect.
God, I cannot wait for
I'm gonna
Endgame so we can
stop
actually see the rest of the
whooping
cast.
everybody's ass.
I'm gonna get that arm.
No, you're not.
No, and he didn't. He didn't.
Why did the arm go? That was always my question. Is like the arm is not really okay.
It's still a part of him.
I
Yes,
guess so.
it
Well,
is.
if we're going with that, why did their clothes go?
Yeah. So it
That is true.
Which is why we don't go with that. 'Cause that's just nitpicky shit. Fuck. Like, why are we nitpicking why their clothes went? Did you just really
I
want
did,
clothes
you
to fall
did.
down?
it's Samuel L. Jackson at the very end. As close as we're gonna get to that in a Marvel movie
Really?
in the main MCU.
Mother Flicker.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Captain Marvel, I had to double take when he said that shit at the end of Captain Marvel. So I was pretty sure he said that. I was like, wait, no, he didn't. He came really close, but Mother Flirt, got eaten. That is as close as we're going to come to Samuel L. Jackson saying his iconic line in a Marvel movie.
It's true.
He already got Ezekiel 25:17 on his goddamn gravestone.
Well,
Amazing.
well, actually, there's hope because Disney did say that when they continue the Deadpool movies, that they're going to continue with it being a rated R series.
Yes.
Good.
So if Nick Fury's in there,
Oh man.
we're in the money, boys.
Okay. but- see, now I'm sad. I'm not sad because of like Disney buying Fox. Yay, because I want my fucking characters back.
Yes.
Give me a good.
Bring
Dr.
them all
Doom,
home, please. Yeah. Bring them home.
A good Doctor Doom. I just can't imagine that live action because it's never fucking happened. Ever.
Right.
There's been not a single good version of Doctor Doom
Not a-
live action
not a-
ever.
Which is why I want a good one.
I'm right there with you.
There's so many animated series that are just like this Doom is amazing.
and then we get to the movies. This Doom he's
Yeah.
definitely named Doom.
It's the worst.
He's got a
character
metal
ever.
face.
And I have such high hopes for actual MCU Marvel doing it because
Well, because it's
one of the high points of Civil War for me is actually how they treated Zemo as a character, with how conniving of a
Yeah.
spy person that he was. He's
I
one
thought
of
they did good with Zemo.
yeah, he was one.
Okay,
Zemo is
well,
one of my
I'm
favorite.
just glad
I
they
think
didn't show
they
up in purple velvet.
Exactly, Zemo's one of my favorite.
they still-
villains
I
just
still
because of how
feel-
conniving he is.
I still felt they underplayed him a little.
yeah,
I mean, I wish there was
mean,
more.
but he's no Strucker.
No.
Oh God. That was overacting bullshit. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Overacting and gone with immediately.
Oh,
Thanks, Ultron.
you're here and you're gone.
Thanks, Ultron.
He died faster than Quicksilver.
Oh.
I wonder if they'll bring him back. I mean, we do have universes merging here.
The fun part of this next movie is anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
True story.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. So this gives you the opportunity to go get some drinks if you haven't got your drink on.
Oh, but I was gonna argue who's the better villain.
We're going to bring that back when we come back
Okay,
here.
fine.
And then also we're going to get into gaming. We're going to talk about Let's Play Gaming Expo that's coming up. And then, so we're going to talk about that. So make sure you check out our website during this break, oneupds.com. That's 1upds.com. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Share this out to your friends. Share this out to your friends and everything. And we'll be right back in a few minutes.
Oonts, oonts.
Weekend Live. Make sure you check out our website, oneupds.com. We are back.
None of us died.
We all survived a snap.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, well.
Hey, you do that test.
So before we went to break, we were talking about villains, and Jamil was going to go into that. So let's continue this conversation. Then we're going to talk about Let's Play Gaming Expo. We're going to talk about some old school gaming, new school gaming, what's good, what's bad. Let's talk about that.
Okay, and since we've been talking about Marvel, let's be fair and spread it out. Best comic book villain in a movie, period.
Okay.
In a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're including all like the good,
All-
the Raimi Spider-Man,
Including the Raimi Spider-Mans, the Fox X-Men,
Yeah.
the
DC.
the DC stuff. Any comic book movie, any movie that is based off of a comic book, best villain.
Based on what criteria? Powerful or
your,
just
your own?
Okay.
Your own criteria.
favorite?
Okay.
We'll go with favorite.
Okay, I got it.
Go ahead and go, because I'm still thinking.
Heath Ledger, Joker. He's a solid. He's a
Okay,
solid pick.
Actually, what I was
I was
thinking,
gonna
too.
say Keith Ledger.
Well, Keith is not a person.
Unfortunately, he
that was in that
died,
movie.
but you know he
Heath
pulled the
Ledger.
Joker
Heath Ledger
off.
did, but
He-
not Keith
yeah.
Ledger.
It's one of those. Just I think penultimate. Just the epitome of the villains. He did it perfectly. He never broke character. He went way too much into this character, and just everything he did, it was perfect. It was every
Which
reaction.
I would say that's probably why he was so good at it. I mean, he went overboard, but it wasn't too much. But he pulled off
made
being a villain really well.
And this is coming from the guy who made A Knight's Tale,
Yeah.
which I didn't. I liked the movie, but it was very did not take itself seriously. And you took the one actor. I went everybody that I knew went. Heath Ledger really is the Joker? Oh, this is not going to work. And then, that first trailer. Oh shit! That laugh, and you're like, So,
Why so serious?
which serious? Again, I'm very
a
interested.
magic trick that got me.
Yeah. Ta-da! It's gone.
And he just flew, boom,
Yeah.
and just sat down like, listen.
So Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie is going to be coming out later this year. I'm kind of excited just because I think they're doing some Cesar Romero version and with some Heath Ledger.
Plot twist: I hated Caesar Romero's Joker.
That's fine. That's okay. But I think it's going to be a good mix. I want to see it.
I'm sure I will watch it.
The tone that they set in the few teasers that have been out, I'm cool with it. I will be interested to see what the final product looks like.
What got me about those teasers was the little eyebrow raise with the grin of him smiling and the super imposition of the face, and then just that. It just.
But that's like he's licked, like
Yeah,
that he did. That it was like nobody asked him to do. He just did it. That made it a part of it. That made the character swell. Okay, so you're
Heath Ledger Joker. Yep, that's best.
Definitely Joker.
Okay, we know both of y'all's. What about you?
It's hard. It's so hard to choose.
It is, but
Joker's an easy out for it. I think Thanos might still be my favorite, just because Joker, you never get to a point that part of his charm is that you never really understand him.
you're not supposed to.
He's an
understand.
enigma. He is
Yeah.
out. He is chaos, which is fantastic. But with Thanos, it actually made you feel for a moment. It's like, oh,
You understand him.
I understand him. There's a small part of you inside you don't ever want to agree with, but you're like, maybe he's right. And then you quickly move past it and you're like, no, that's wrong.
There's too many people on this planet. We need a new plague.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Again,
Exactly.
The Office did that joke for crying out loud. I mean, it was beautiful.
But no, I think Thanos might be my favorite. It's so hard for me to pick when it comes to on-screen comic book villains.
Okay,
though.
so we're gonna say Thanos.
Yeah.
Fluffer.
I'm going Joker.
All right.
Oh, Killmonger.
No, I was gonna say exact same. And Killmonger is my favorite because it's such
Like-
a diverse character.
Yeah, and while you understand Thanos, you completely understand Killmonger, and you completely agree with Killmonger. Aside from the whole "I'm going to kill everybody" thing,
Right.
Yeah.
like you understand his anger. His anger is completely justified.
Yeah.
He got horribly screwed. His dad got horribly screwed, and
He has all the rights that he was fighting for.
Yeah.
He had every right to be, there. He had every right for everything. No, I agree. That's solid.
it's really sad that there's like just that one DC character. Like, does DC have good villains? Like, I'm trying to remember, like, just in general, like Joker.
Superman.
Like, if we skip Joker
Yeah.
and take out, if we just skip like the movie version of Joker, both of them, Jet Nicholson and Ledger, and I'm not judging Joaquin Phoenix. I ain't seen shit yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not judging off a trailer. What's another good DC villain they've had on screen?
That's the biggest thing is on screen makes it really difficult because you don't.
So again, not my favorite, but I did enjoy Ares in Wonder Woman. I thought, reasons being, one, it's a very difficult character to play. You're playing a living god on screen. All right. We're sticking with DC at the moment. Again, it's one of those. DC's always struggled.
They still struggle with it.
They do.
Ares was literally the worst part of that movie.
No,
I understand the creation side of that being hard, though. I mean, I think it was a bad choice to make that the main villain. I mean, granted, it was a great movie. I think that was it was them jumping the shark a little bit with that particular.
I'm not gonna say it was jumping the shark. I'm just going with, as far as DC villains in general goes, Ares has never been on my top list of Wonder Woman villains.
Yeah, I like Liam Neeson's Ra's al Ghul.
That's what I was gonna say.
Liam Neeson, that's really good.
that was a good one because you got to see the transition of the
And
Batman over time.
you also understood him a little bit too.
Yeah.
He was bringing balance to the scales. And
his version.
Yeah.
Because Scarecrow was like, I really liked him.
I wish he could have done more with that character.
No, I do too.
I wish they could have gotten into more of the neurotoxins and seen some of more of the.
Do a little bit more what Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight does.
So good.
Those scenes with Scarecrow are always fantastic.
Hence the reason when you say Batman, I think animated series my favorite.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, like, whenever you open it up to just more than on-screen properties, and you're like, okay, let's open up the animated properties, let's open up all this stuff, then that opens up a whole other can of worms of what the best villain is.
Oh,
about.
yeah, absolutely.
So,
Well, if we're going best villain in comic books, that's a really hard argument anyway. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because there's some best villain in comic books, Professor X.
Tony Stark.
Logan agrees.
Logan agrees. All right, so we're gonna
Most of the X-Men agree, actually.
we're gonna transition a little bit here
You're kind
from
of a dick, Professor.
from the Marvel.
I know you're handicapped, but
Before we
you're kind of a
jump out-
fucking asshole.
We touched on Captain Marvel a bit, but we never actually, we rated it, but I didn't think we really gave opinions on how the movie actually went, other than just
Okay,
giving
fine.
it a rating.
all right.
That's
So,
good.
we can do this.
Yeah.
Besides you, because Fluffer, you didn't watch it yet, but you're gonna see it tomorrow. Tonight.
So, impressions, because we got to keep it spoiler free for now. So, as somebody who grew up in the 90s and seeing all the 90s stuff, the nostalgia was real. Hearing all the music and seeing the styles of clothing and everything.
The loading of computers.
Oh my God! Slight spoiler.
no.
It's a spoiler that'll load now.
Did any of you grow up with 56K or 32 or even just
14 4K dial up. 14 4K dial up.
28.6, bitch, old school.
14 4.
2800.
All right.
86K. Don't play. I'm old.
Commodore 64.
Yup.
All right,
Yeah.
continue.
So the nostalgia was real. The fight scenes, they balanced it well because I was very scared that they've kept saying, oh, she's more powerful than Thor. She's got to be someone who can take on Thanos and all this. I'm like, okay, so if she's going to take on Thanos,
See, that's the other problem. Okay, this is a totally divergent conversation because she's more powerful than Thor. Yes, she's not more powerful than Thanos, even without the gauntlet. I mean, am I wrong?
no,
Like
you're
with this version of her, I would argue yes without the gauntlet, but with the gauntlet and
With
all the stones, then
Like with the gauntlet and the stones, no one's beating that. Like,
no,
exactly.
you can't. That's the point.
Literally, with the gauntlet and the stones, Thanos is unbeatable. Like
Yeah.
he only loses.
He
because
takes on eternity. I mean, come on,
And wins.
I would-
wins.
Yeah,
So
wholeheartedly.
If Thor would have gone for the head, it would have been over.
no, it just would have been a pissier Thanos.
Yeah.
I would argue
That
that
snap would have been 75%.
Just for that.
Yeah. This,
Ow, motherfucker.
Just the tip.
this Captain Marvel, for reasons that are spoilery, what I think would beat the Thanos that whipped the Hulk's ass on the ship. So that's him with the Power Stone still. I think that
But he didn't use the Power Stone on Hulk.
No, exactly.
No,
but
he
I think that she would be able to beat him in that form.
I see. I can't.
Exactly, because you can't really talk about this.
The
Yes.
spoilery
detail.
gets kind of weird in there.
Yeah,
My
so
problem is
I
that
would-
everyone thinks that Captain Marvel is going to be the one to come through and do the finishing blow to Thanos, and I'm like, that's not how that story goes.
Nope.
Y'all are thinking like it's a regular story and one person's going to save the day.
Exactly.
Captain Marvel's not going to save the day. She is going to be a big fucking boost to that goddamn fight.
Absolutely.
She's going to be a necessary boost.
Power reserves 353%. How about that?
How about that?
Like, she's going to be an awesome fucking boost. But what
Mhm.
she's not going to be is the winning blow. That's
No, yeah.
not how the story's supposed to go. Like, it's not shitting on Captain Marvel. It's not like saying she's an instant
You're not
character.
shitty on any character.
Yeah.
You're
It's
saying-
literally going, she's going to be a major part of defeating Thanos, but she's not going to be the only part that defeats
Exactly.
Thanos.
So to go back to my point, I was very scared of how they were going to handle her because she's supposed to be such a powerful character. Well, how can you really do a movie around that? We just had, Infinity War where Thanos beats the crap out of everybody through the entire film. How are you going to relate that? And I thought they handled that very well. I thought they handled her emotional aspect of everything. Everybody who complained about, she shows no emotion on her face, blah blah blah, and all that.
I'm like, y'all are making this judgment off of trailers. Calm
Yeah,
the fuck down,
yeah,
people.
it's-
Jesus Christ.
Because the movie was very funny too. Like
It
there
was,
was a lot of good humor. They really did pull, I think, a good. They've learned from again Ragnarok, Guardians, everything that humor can push forward even with something
It's
dark.
very clear. They learned from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, to be
That's
fair,
where
To
you
be
saw
fair.
the flip of, holy crap,
Comedy-
and action can work.
Yeah.
No,
Well, you
comedy
To be
and
fair,
feels.
they figured that out with Iron Man. Like, Marvel's never had a problem mixing comedy and action.
Yeah.
That's their bread and butter. That's been their bread and butter since Iron Man.
It was comedy and the drama, the interplays of
again,
again
the argument can be said they've had that since the beginning.
Yep.
The difference is they've fine-tuned it better, and they definitely picked up a bunch from James Gunn, because what Captain Marvel does, it hits every fucking 90s tick you can ever have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you grew up in the 90s, you will reference a bunch of shit in this fucking movie without
From
trying.
start to finish.
From start to finish.
you just feel it.
Yeah,
you feel
the
sad
music,
because
from
you're
the-
like, man, I remember
Yeah,
this. You know?
Yeah.
I don't feel sad because I was old enough to remember the 90s, and fuck that decade. Like, fuck that decade in its eye
Okay,
socket.
it hit all the high points of the
Yeah, it hit the high points of the 90s, and it hit some of the low points, like fucking dial-up and shitty,
Yeah.
slow-ass computers. Like, fucking Christ, I'm glad I live now. If I try to do half the shit that I do now with an old computer, it would die. Yep. It would literally catch fire and keys would explode at me in an attack form. That's how bad it would be.
Okay.
But
So-
but for the movie itself, like, the movie, it told a really good story.
Mhm.
It had good character development. You learned who the fuck Carol was while she's figuring out, while she's going through the movie.
Some decent twists.
It showed you more aliens in space. You learned more about creatures in space, alien wars.
It tied in Guardians and several other movies without being spoilerish.
It not a spoiler that the Kree are featured and that the Skrulls are featured.
Yeah. He's in
Well,
the- they're in the
again, that's why I
trailers.
said it tied in Guardians and some other things that I won't go into.
In a way, it kind of tied in all the movie sequences. It really did.
It-
And that's not spoiling anything, because you have to understand this is the 90s. You're gonna meet Fury in this back in the day. There has to be some tie-in to explain his actions.
Like,
explain
Coulson.
You're gonna meet Fury. You're gonna see Coulson as you're gonna see young Fury, young Coulson.
Yep.
You're gonna see a young Shield back when they didn't know it was Hydra. You're gonna see all this cool shit, and you're gonna understand that it's all linking. The movie ties into damn near every other Marvel film in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Either in a very massive way or in a very small way.
Right.
And they did a really good
Only
job of bonding
one
them.
it didn't touch on that I can think of would be Black Panther.
Well, yeah, no one went to
Nobody
fucking
knew
Wakanda.
about it. Nobody
No
knew
one went to
about
Wakanda. Well, again,
And
we
no one
had
went to- well, I mean,
Vibranium was about, so they still have that.
well, to be fair, what was Vibranium before
And
Cap Shield?
And also they also there was Wakanda elements in the in the museum. So they know Wakanda exists as a country. So it is known. It is just they
Yes.
don't know where.
Yeah.
They referenced
So-
it. They referenced it in Age of Ultron
Right.
when Bruce Banner couldn't
Yeah.
say Wakanda right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I went, "Yay, they mentioned Wakanda!"
But that's about the only movie. You said it touched on almost every other movie. That
But no,
would be about the only one I can think of. That
It is a great.
Sorry, that got me.
It bonds and links itself to the current story very well for a '90s movie.
Oh yeah.
For a movie set 25 years in the past, it bonded really well with the stories they've told in the
And
last
it bonded
five.
really well for us old folks.
And so what I liked was you had Guardians with 70s, Ragnarok with 80s, and now you have Marvel with the 90s. You know,
We're gonna get the Mbop phase at some point. All right.
Yep.
Let's,
If I ever hear Umbop in a Marvel movie, I'm walking out. I just want you to know
if
that
Deadpool comes out to Umbop
I'm walking the fuck out.
and he shoots the radio, would that be okay?
He better shoot that shit fast. Because as soon as Umbop starts, I'm Umbopping my ass down them stairs.
Jamil's leaving. That's fine.
Umbop away this motherfucker. Nope, I'm good. Fuck all y'all.
Standing out in the hallway. What are you doing? Waiting for Mbop to finish. I can-
Waiting for Deadpool to shoot that bitch.
All right.
Dude, it's a Captain America movie.
So, as someone who was born in 1990 and grew up literally in all of the 90s.
Oh God, you're my little sister's age.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, yeah.
growing up in the 90s, I could care less about all the 90s references. I thought they were awesome and they were real cool. And it's like, yeah, I literally remember all of those things. Cool. But what the movie did, or this movie,
I'm sorry. I can see you're like 5 years old going, I remember that. No, you don't, son. You were just
You're born in 98. You were not a 90s child. I'm sorry.
my oldest son will not have any reference to this and go, what's wrong with that computer, Dad?
nope, that all hit home and I remembered all of it. So,
What's a wrong? Anyways, go ahead.
this movie, not to as big of an extent with the cultural significance that Black Panther was to black people and the black generation, this movie was succeeded where Marvel has not really gone so far, and it was a very, very good female empowering movie.
It was their Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it was their Wonder Woman, but it was better because it actually had a third act.
Yeah.
And it had a third act.
And a decent fight.
Yeah, exactly. And it had a third act that didn't involve her. The reason that she overcame the final villain was because she got angry that her new boyfriend died.
That was the only problem I had with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's character was not necessarily undermined because of that, but as far as the woman empowerment goes, that it doesn't land as well when that seems to kind of be the reason.
And that's
behind
actually the
things.
similar
See,
reason
I
that I had too. It's because
Yeah.
So I disagree with this point because it wasn't because her boyfriend died that she got upset.
Oh, I'm not talking about that.
She realized that love was the reason that she needed to save the world. It wasn't because her boyfriend died that.
Where did she learn love? And boyfriend. What did he do? He died.
Again, she
tie in together.
she had Dr. Poison there, and that was the whole draw for Ares. That was the turnaround point. It wasn't when she broke out that he died and everything, and she got pissed. That was the trigger. It was the moment she caught herself and said, "No, it's because of the good in them that I don't need to, kill this person." Mm-hmm. So I would disagree with your point of it being, that being a weak point that her boyfriend died that she, busted out.
It's not an invalidating thing. Wonder Woman's still a fantastic movie, and it's still, amazing.
I mean, that entire town fight scene was amazing.
Yeah, they had
The bell
a
tower.
female-led, female-directed movie, and it was awesome. Captain Marvel, I feel, just did that, but better. Like, I was grinning like an idiot for the entire duration of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was a fact that I have friends that have been directly impacted by all of the allegations that came out from Riot Games about sexism in the games industry and things like that. And I've had a lot of friends come to me personally about not being able to advance in their own personal careers because they're women. And then going into this movie and seeing literally that entire storyline pan out.
Yeah.
That's like the entire basis for this movie and this character. And then to see how they tied that up at the end and how they really kind of brought it all home, it was really, really good. And that's why I kind of put it on the same level personally.
Because it wasn't like she found something new out about herself. She realized something old about herself.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was impressive.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of put it on the same level as Black Panther for me personally. And that might just be because, I I'm a privileged white guy. I haven't grown up with that lifestyle, so it's harder for me to relate to it because I've literally not lived that. But, I have plenty of friends who have lived that life, and I have plenty of friends that have lived, what Carol Danvers goes through in Captain Marvel. Obviously not literally becoming a superhero, but
They did not, however, end up as Kree
Next
warriors.
week on One Weekend Live, we're gonna have his friends.
A Kree warrior. Yes.
Kree warrior here.
Kree superhero.
I'm actually in the same boat when it comes to that. The empowerment I thought was perfect timing right now. It in this day and age, it is perfect timing for a female superhero. And so the red carpet, if you haven't seen the video, you can go look at the red carpet. There were 2 cosplayers that were there dressed up like it in absolute tears, and she walked away from the cameras and walked all the way through the crowd and went over and found them and signed and hugged and took pictures and everything just to say how much, thank you and for dressing up. And they were just bawling. That's what you need. And I don't have daughters. I have all sons. So when they see like superheroes and they're like, I'm going to be Spider-Man, I want to be this, I'm like, cool. But I have a little sister who is a very, very empowered little woman.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. She stands up to me and my brother, who is older than she is, my little brother, but she'll take us on toe to toe, and that's the kind of concept that I want to see Captain Marvel. I'm like, it reminds me of my little sister.
Yeah. My little sister is 5 years younger than me, has 2 children, and is a single mom, and she kicks so much ass. So seeing movies like this that she and my 3-year-old niece now can go and see and have these iconic characters and heroes alongside Captain America, Iron Man, that all these little boys have always had. Flex. Having more icons and more idols to be able to look up to and have that influence from is always a good thing. And that's why I'm so happy about this movie.
Since he hasn't seen it yet, we're not going to really go to you, but we are going to transition. So, flex. We're going to roll right into gaming. So let's talk about Let's Play Gaming Expo here.
Yeah. Hey, I know a few things about that.
Let's talk about it. So when is Let's Play Gaming Expo? Tell us a little bit about that.
Let's Play Gaming Expo is August 9th to 11th this year at the Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas in Irving, Texas. It's always weird when I talk about that convention center because the name is Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas. So if I tell someone that it's at the Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas, it's just double ads, and there's no way to get around it.
For those who don't know, Las Colinas is our pricier type of Irving. It's a
pricier type of Irving.
Uptight.
That's hilarious.
Upscale.
It's our upscale Irving. It's our Plano of Irving.
But no, yeah, it's this.
I have no problem with Las Colinas. They have beautiful stuff up there, but they lost the Cowboys down there. Just like we're Las Colinas, we're lost.
Music Factory's cool.
Music Factory's really cool. Yeah. That's actually where I met you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we met because the date for Let's Play Gaming Expo was originally at the end of June.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
And a certain other convention displaced us.
No, we don't talk about that.
Exactly. To which we have there are no hard feelings. Everything's peachy keen in that regard.
Fantastic.
But back on to Let's Play Gaming Expo.
Awkward.
So Let's Play Gaming Expo.
Asshole.
That was perfect timing.
It was fantastic.
Now this is awkward.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm watching myself on replay. God, it burns.
It's in your nose.
It is.
Goddamn Pepsi.
Skeet my ass. Shut up.
I'm gonna blame that it's a Pepsi and not a Coke.
Should have had a Pepsi. All I wanted was just one Pepsi.
Sponsor. No,
not actually sponsored by Pepsi.
but would like to be.
Of course.
All right, so go ahead and tell.
I'm
What
not
is,
burning my
so
hair
what do
for
you do
that.
at Let's Play Game Expo? Just video games all day? That's all you gotta do?
That's kind of the general vibe of it. It's not just video games though. We're a little bit of everything.
So wait, people come to Let's Play to play games?
Play games? No way.
Crazy talk.
We're an annual gaming celebration of all things gaming. We're called an expo, but really what we are is we're just a big party where we want people to get together, get new games or old games that they have missed out on.
I like you guys have the retro side.
Exactly.
Right.
We love the retro side. We want you to be able to pick up and play games that you've missed. We want you to pick up and play games you've never seen before. We bring over 100 arcade cabinets out. We have between 80 and 100 retro and modern gaming consoles. We have a dedicated board game room, a dedicated tabletop RPG room. We're branching out into having cards this year, so for Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that, you'll be able to come in and enjoy that with other people as well. But the general idea is we just wanted to fill a void that was kind of made by SGC leaving when they were bought out by Rooster Teeth, and we want you to be able to come together, meet other like-minded gamers, and just play games with each other.
What year is this for you guys?
This is our 5th year.
Fifth year. And you guys have more than just this show. You have like little mini shows throughout the year, don't you?
We usually partner with other other people and do other little people.
Other little people.
Exactly. We
partner with the little people.
We specifically partner.
We represent.
We partner with Peter Dinklage every year.
We represent the mini games.
We work with people like
you can hear the producer laughing.
That was not awkward.
like the National Video Game Museum with SuperBitCon up in Oklahoma when they were still around.
Thank you.
Phoenix.
I apologize.
Game On in Phoenix.
Yep.
We.
No, I was thinking the wrestler Phoenix. You partner up with. You've worked with him before.
Patrick Scott Patterson.
Patrick Scott.
PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known him forever and a day.
We watched him wrestle forever.
Very
All
nice.
his scars. We know where they came from.
Specifically, one of them
wanna
came from
know
my
how I
ex-roommate.
got these
Yeah.
scars?
Actually, if you ask
But
him,
yeah.
then you'll get a great story.
we have the one main event each year, and that's our biggest focus. We do little parties and celebrations leading up to it, usually little partnerships here and there, but for the most part, it's still one big event that we have, and it's super fun. Definitely come out and join us.
All right. So what are your dates again this year?
August 9th to 11th.
August 9th to 11th. Let's play GamingExpo.com, right?
Yep.
And how much are your tickets?
Tickets right now you can get between $15 and $20 for a day pass, or $35 for a full weekend pass. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now at the door, those go up in price, so get it right now. You get a discount.
Buy early.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna have tournaments.
We're gonna have we'll have paid tournaments. We have free tournaments.
Wait. What games are these tournaments?
We have a lot.
How about fighting game paid tournaments? Because that's my bread and butter.
Let's see.
Smash.
Last year we had
No, not that
year we had Kumite in Texas, which had 16 different fighting games, which was like the new Mortal Kombat,
Kumite.
the newer Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5, and
Nice.
DDC 3, DB Fighter Z.
You guys should be in time for MK11, right?
I think so.
Yeah, MK11 is like May.
Yeah. So
Which I've been watching like crazy. That game looks insanely good.
Oh, it does.
It's-
We haven't decided.
Ronda
We haven't
Rousey.
decided on the modern fighting tournaments, but we do
that.
always have a Super Turbo tournament on actual arcades.
Nice.
So and that's
As it
usually
should
through
be.
partnership with Free Play Arcade. They have been bringing out machines for us
Yeah,
each year
I've
as
been
well.
to free
so.
play so many times. I love them.
Yeah.
We go out there. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, producers. Put up the website. Let's play GamingExpo.com.
Yeah.
Definitely up there for you guys. Check them out. Make sure you pre-order your passes now to get them at the cheaper rate. Otherwise, at the door, it does go up. And you have to register for tournaments?
Some tournaments you will have to register ahead of time. We are working to where you can just come ahead. You come to the event before the tournament starts and just get in there. So the only one right now that you do have to pre-register for is we do have a Classic Tetris World Championship qualifying tournament that you actually play, and whoever gets the highest score and wins that tournament, we actually will fly you out to Portland Retro Gaming Expo to participate in the Classic World Tetris Championship.
I just saw something like that. There was one of the current like 7-time world champion or record holder
got beat out by a kid.
but beat out by that kid.
Uh-huh.
And I watched the whole thing, and I didn't put any sound on because in my head I'm going dun 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 dun. Oh God!
So you have a question. They want to know if it's good for kids.
Absolutely, 100% family friendly. Kids 7 and under get in free with a paid adult, and we have a ton of kid-oriented events, even tournaments. One of our board game tournaments last year was. Do you remember the old Let's Go Fishing game where it's just a little mechanical fish that pop up? We did a tournament by that where the finals of with 3 people against each other was commentated by John St. John as Big the Cat. So
Wow.
yeah, so that was fun.
Okay,
But we do.
please tell me you have this on video somewhere.
Yeah, we do.
I gotta find this.
Yeah, well,
We need to
I'll
watch
Look at that cast. It's wonderful.
Yeah, but
Look at the stretch of the string.
we
Oh no, the nylon broke. Somebody bring the yarn.
do all kinds of fun things like that. We do have a kids kids prize for the cosplay contest as well. So any of the young ones that want to dress up, we have a part for them in the cosplay contest just the same. There's a lot of other events like the Let's Go Fishing thing that we do that we want to make sure that everybody can play.
Man,
we want to.
If I could, I would take this entire studio out there and just do live and sit with everybody and do it.
I would literally not be able to show up.
Yeah.
Every other word I say is a curse word.
he can.
I am not family show friendly.
I mean, we literally had Mortal Kombat tournament last year.
Fair enough. I could talk during
we
that.
we have a full range of things to offer for everyone. We want to make sure that
We just have to turn your mic down.
the
Just a little bit.
That's not going to help my own personal audio.
Well, if we
Could we
keep
yell
it in
it
the
out?
room where Mortal Kombat's at, we know we're good.
Well, one of DS Crew's
my
gonna
voice
go out
carries,
there.
bitch.
I'm going to be out there at least. I would love to bring the show out there. I think that would be kind of cool to sit with all the different people, just talk about favorite games, pastimes, maybe even tournaments and stuff like that that's going on, and just do live stream the entire time out there.
That could actually be pretty
That'd
cool
be a
and fun.
lot of fun. But
I'd do it.
definitely do it. We can 100% talk about having that and getting that space for you guys. So.
I just gotta know though. Do you have a World of Warships tournament that I can blow somebody up with?
waiting, Mark. 2 hours 26 minutes on
To
the
be
mark.
fair,
It's a gaming expo. You have to ask. I mean,
No World of Warships, but it
The
is
only Russian they support is Tetris.
Hey, speaking of Tetris, last year we had, and we will have again this year, we had one of the original computers or types of computers that Tetris was programmed on over in Russia. We had that computer out with Tetris on it, so you could play on it. So
it's actually powered by a squirrel. The squirrel is still alive.
pure communist squirrel.
He's got a red hat on. I do this from Mother Russia.
But no, yeah, we strive for those unique experiences like that with Tetris. We have one of our board members owns the SimCity for NES prototype cartridge, and we had that out with for a tournament that you could play on.
Wow.
Next year, we want to actually bring out stadium events for you to play on, and that's a game that I think it just sold for something even more astronomical than before.
Yeah, I was
several tens of thousands of dollars for a single game cartridge, and we want to set it up to where you can come and actually play on it, not a repro of that cartridge. So, and that's what we're all about, is doing those
Insurance
unique
must be a
experiences.
bitch for that.
Surprisingly not. The worst that we have had.
you knock hard.
Yeah, the worst that we've had is when our arcade guys. Most of the arcade is provided by Rogue Synapse, which is one of our board members, and his 3 friends are super prolific collectors and builders. So they make machines like they have a perfect replica of the Last Starfighter cabinet, which was never a game.
Wow.
They made the Last Starfighter game and put it in there and have a cabinet for that. They did a Star Trek bridge simulator game where you actually sit in the captain's chair and shoot
Wait,
down.
what's the name of it?
Huh? No, it's just like it's just.
What was that game that we played for so long? Artist? No, it was Artist. The one we played in GlitchCon.
Oh,
Artemis.
Artemis.
Yeah.
We never saw this game until the first year we worked out there, and then all of a sudden, here's because they had 2 stations, and they put them against each other, and here's my troubleshooting team with Captain Pookie. I just like playing engineering. I like going more shields, less warp. More warp, less shields. I like just doing that all day. He's up there going, new heading.
It's like, oh my god, it went to his head so hard.
It did. And let's see, bats on weapons, of course.
Where else is that going to be?
Yeah.
Who was driving? Somebody was driving. Somebody was on communications. I can't remember what it was, but either which way,
I don't think
our team ended up playing the directors of the show, and we whooped the shit out of him. But we ended up playing him because he's over there. He's all super serious. Their captain's in the chair. Fire. He's like, just barking out stuff.
Yeah.
He got really into it.
But no, this one that they made, it was hand-programmed game by them. It looks like original series, like from their computers when you're looking at battleships and stuff like that. And, you're sitting in the captain's chair, you move around, all the controls are in the console. You just move around and you shoot Klingon battleships, and it's actually really awesome. But that's the kind of stuff that these guys bring out. One of the machines they brought out is literally a 1 out of 44 were ever made, period. And they own one. They brought it out, and some punk kid unscrewed the joystick cap and ran off with the joystick ball. That's literally all that we've had stolen so far is a joystick ball. Yeah, exactly. And
Knocking for my cat.
Everybody should be knocking at home
Yeah.
right now.
to replace that ball, it was like $50 just for, a solid chunk of plastic. But it's, we've been really
And if
lucky
you
with
know
the people
this
that-
child.
We've been really lucky with the people that come to the
This
event.
week on 1MDS, the hunt begins for the child
Exactly.
who stole the ball joystick.
Yeah, we've been really lucky with the crowd that comes out. We get, everybody has a good time. We don't.
Well, I'm
have
definitely going to
rowdy
bring my
people,
kids
so-
out because I think, at least for a day, because I want to enjoy it too.
Yeah.
My son's been playing all the indie games that come out on Steam
Yeah.
and really got into side scrolling. And I was like, look, you have no idea till you play some of these older games because some of these games you play, I look at them and they're like, these are easy. And I was like, go play Mario, like the original Mario.
No, fuck that. Go play Contra, but don't
Go play
Contra.
Contra, right? Go play some of these games that just back in the day were like nothing.
They had to-
Nowadays, it's like I've only got 2 buttons.
They had to.
Mike Tyson's Punch
those-
Out. Go 18-0.
Those games are also just so hard because they were designed to be that way.
Yeah.
You
Well, they
spend
had
$100
to.
Only did that
on a
twice.
cartridge, and it needs to be worth your money. So they make it just unreasonably hard for you to get through it. Because if it was easy, it'd be a 2-hour game.
Yes.
If that
Oh,
for most of them.
Like name the
Devil
hardest
May Cry.
game. Name the hardest game of all time to beat.
Battletoads probably is
Yeah,
one
that's
of
a good
them.
one.
That was gonna be my vote.
Yeah.
Well,
Dr.
Dark
Jekyll and
Souls.
Mr. Hyde is just obscenely obtuse. And it's
Well, I
just
mean,
like, how the
I
do
could
you
do
play
the
this?
original, Mission Impossible, which is actually impossible to beat without, glitching the game. But I would have to go with like Contra, like Contra 3, something like that.
I've never played Contra without the fucking Konami code. So
Yeah,
I mean,
Thank you, Konami.
yeah. There's a reason why they gave us that
the
code.
hardest game and worst game I have ever played was E.T.
yeah.
Okay.
you played ET.
Hey, look.
What's wrong with you?
When I had the Atari, there was only so many games at the time, and my grandmother, my nana, was like, "Hey," because I liked the movie.
Yeah,
I was young. I liked the
E.T..
movie. She's like, "Look, they made a game." I'm like, "Cool." And at the time, I was like, "Oh my god, the likeness is so cool."
I would say that.
The pixels were perfect, but then
man.
you get trapped.
man.
You mean the Pixel?
Hey man,
trapped.
8-bit Spider-Man swinging from buildings on a fucking Atari 2016 was amazing.
No, that was amazing.
Yes.
And to be honest, they have taken that same concept to the NES version when they did that, the Super Nintendo version, or sorry, the N64 version when they did that game, and the new one on PS4.
It's the same game. You're just swinging on buildings.
I would have
the
to say
graphics
Platoon.
better.
It's like it's Spider-Man or something.
PS4 Spider-Man made me cry multiple times.
Oh, yeah, well.
That game is so good.
He
Platoon was
he
really
took
hard.
so many pictures. He's a photographer. Okay,
Yeah.
Jamil's a photographer. He took pictures that you really looked at it and go, "Is that real or not?" Because he got the angles.
Because I'm sitting there playing the game and I realized it has a camera mode.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do some fucked up shit because I'm insane.
Yep.
And I have Spider-Man and I can just pause the game and take a photo. So I'm like flipping through shit and taking photos. I'm like on the Avengers Tower upside down taking photos.
yeah.
I'm just doing the weirdest shit possible.
Some of
taking
them look
photos.
so damn good. You couldn't.
So you
tell
try
the
to play
difference.
Peter Parker in Spider-Man.
He was Peter Parker in Spider-Man.
because
I probably Peter Parker better than Peter Parker did.
Woo, pity woo to boo, but whatever. Atari 2600 was my first console. Then the 800 XL was my first computer.
We had both
Old
of
school.
those. We got both of those at Let's Play.
Come out and have a little nostalgic.
Yep.
My first computer I ever built was the 486, like personally built all by myself. 486 was the first one I ever personally built, and I've been hooked since.
I helped my dad upgrade our 286 to a 386.
Yeah,
I took apart my 486 and rebuilt it.
that's actually how I learned is because our 486 fried out, and I couldn't.
Oh no, mine was fine. I was.
My
just
dad
bored.
was just like, I'm not getting you a new one. Fix it. And I learned how to solder at that age. I learned what caps do.
Yep.
Learned what a processor feels like in your hand. Heavy little beast.
Yeah.
Now
They-
they're
they-
worth like $10 a pound right now. Those little porcelains. Woo. We remember those days. We worked in,
When you played a game and you actually had to go and put the files in the correct order to get the sound to work,
Right,
to
yeah.
even do anything. And this is a full-fledged AAA title, and it's still like the sound doesn't work. Well, did you rename this file to this and then move this folder into that folder, and then the sound will work? Okay, yeah, that worked.
this was all before Google, people. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have to run things through, command prompts and boot commands as opposed to.
I
Oh,
love
good
C prompt. I
times.
still love C prompt. I
DOS
still love command prompt.
2.5.
I still do stuff with command prompt. I'll open up file directories that way. I just It's 2 clicks, or I get to type this out. Yeah. My oldest
That
son
is not how technology works. so you
currently
click
in
on it.
college. My oldest son's currently in college. He's going to be a programmer. He's going for his, so he's getting his A+ certifications and stuff. So he's going through his process, and so he.
all the old school shit
the-
that you have to do.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he comes up and he'll ask questions like, why is this? Why is that? And so we built his first computer. It's a tradition in my house that if you want to build your computer, we go as a group, we go buy your gear and we order pizza, we put on TV, music, whatever, and we put out tables and we build as a team. Right? If you've never built, I teach you how to build.
Yeah.
It's super easy to do. But so
And then you turn it on.
Pookie's and then I turn it on.
Well, no, whoever's building it turns it on.
Yeah,
and it's that fear factor moment of, God, please.
Is
work,
it gonna
please.
fry when they hit the power
Oh,
switch?
Yeah.
shit.
No, I usually double check that stuff.
Yeah.
But usually I'm the guy that
You're still
loads.
worried. I don't care who you are. You can be doing it for years. You're still going. The cringe. The cringe is real. Of
Man, if I hear a pop after this, I'm gonna be real pissed.
yeah.
I built like 6 computers, and it is always still a process.
Yeah.
Even after you turn it on, it's like, boot process, and then it's like, oh shit, Windows.
Well, the first thing you check is the Windows, but it's faster now than it was. 4
Is
hours later, it's time. We're
Look,
almost there.
Look, motherfucker, those 36 discs were amazing to load up. Fuck you.
The floppy, Windows, was it 93, 3.
95.
Man, I had it bad enough.
before that. The Windows
3.1.
3.1. Yeah.
I got.
I still have Windows 98 floppy disks. I have 102 of them. This is version 98.2. I still have. I don't know why I've kept them, but
I don't know why.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know why I've kept
You should
them.
not be
We've
bragging
moved
about
those.
this.
How many times now?
We've what?
Haven't we moved those like a bunch of times?
Exactly.
I'm gonna need you to move those to the Basura, motherfucker. Trash that shit.
Look, when the world
You are never going
when the
to.
world goes to hell in a handbasket because you need.
Where are you
internet
gonna find a floppy disk drive?
I have those.
Have you tested?
Why do you have a floppy disk drive?
Because he has 100
Have you
floppies for
not
Windows.
been in my house?
I don't care.
I need you to let it go. The 3.5 floppy is dead. It's it's a 3D printed save button now. Get rid of it.
Anyways, my son is learning about C prompt, and so the only thing he could do is like directory lookups, and that's about it.
Yep.
He changed the look of his hard drive. I wonder why his system wouldn't find anything, because he changed it to look for D, and D is just the backup drive, and of course no Windows found, and it gave him the error no Windows found, and he's like, can you help me? Nope. Go find your book.
Yep. This is your
Google,
homework.
bitch.
If you need me to help you right now, there is no hope.
Google food. Google food. Google.
Time for you to learn the age-old trick of all
Grayscale
text.
says, my first computer was a IBM XT. Ooh. That was a big old bitch.
They were all big old bitches at that
Did you
point.
go to the moon?
They didn't do shit.
I'll give a shout out to Grayscale. That's one of my followers. So
There you go. Hey, Grayscale.
Does
What's
he have
up,
a
man?
castle?
don't know. I don't get to see.
Get my He-Man joke. God
No, I got it.
I got your joke. I would high five you too far away, so air high five. Ready? Click.
All I'm saying is, after years, I understand Skeletor. Fuck my nephew. Fuck him in the head. Yeah. Eternia is mine.
You're gonna die.
What I've learned is, as I've got noted, is that I identify more with villains, because fuck all y'all.
I remember seeing that video getting shot. What the hell are they doing?
I love that.
Oh,
video.
T-Dragon, how I love you, man. I've known him for years. And when I saw him filming that at Acon one year, I was just like, "What? Why are you? Why? Oh, good lord!"
Beautimous. Absolutely beautimous.
But anyway, so he's learning all that stuff, and he's going to go to programming. He wants to be a game programmer, and he's not a programmer. And he had his first early life crisis, which I didn't know was a thing. You always hear about midlife crisis. Well, at school they talk about early life crisis now, which is when you're at the age where you really don't know what you're going to do with yourself, what career path you're going to take.
That's
What
just
job.
called your 20s.
I call that 30.
I'm like, I'm
I'm still in that period.
It's called life.
I'm 40, motherfucker. I still don't know what the fuck I'm going to do for a job. I just go to work and they pay me. I don't know what I do there. I just show up and punch a keyboard for a few hours and go home.
I just
Check
yeah.
comes on the 15th and the 30th. I'm
No,
good.
but he was like, he came to me and goes, because I told him, I was like, look, what are you going to do? Like, what's your plan? Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? You have a lot more opportunity than
What
I
are you
did.
gonna do with your life? If he says back, I want to rock.
I want to rock right now.
I was going with Twisted Sister, but not too after. Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely stole Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
All the references.
Twisted Sister was 80s.
yeah.
Well, never mind.
Going with the Two Live Crew? Going with the Two Live Crew with the I Want to Rock right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
I was still going with Twisted Sister, which is
Go ahead.
80s. All right.
that was under
Cool. No problem.
All right.
We're back from that seductive moment between each other.
Seductive.
I'm gonna need
No.
you to stop calling my voice seductive, bitch.
That was NPR. What are you talking about? And now on NPR, we're talking.
Welcome to NPR. It's gonna here.
This is
We're talking about bees buzzing.
Welcome to
buzz,
One Up Weekend Live.
buzz.
Make sure you check up to our website, oneupds.com. That's right.
This is One Up ASMR.
Like and subscribe. You haven't had a chance. Make sure you hit that
I
donate
just
tab and donate
need
$1 or
to
two.
avoid
Oh, yeah.
ASMR. I've been trying my whole life to avoid ASMR. I grew up not wanting to hear
You're
motherfuckers
going
smacking.
OGs in the chat.
I just, my brain hurts. I'm right there with you, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Like, can we not NPR this today? I beg of you. I beg of you.
The more
Please.
you say you beg, the more we have to.
Okay.
No, I'm done.
I'm going to need you to stop trying to be seductive with your voice. That's really creepy.
Why is it making you feel things?
Nausea is in fact a thing.
Oh my God! Welcome to NPR Moments with the Fluffer and Friends.
Hey, now Fluffer had nothing to do with it this time, all right? There was no Fluffer involved.
Hey, Fluffer, we got a guest. Get to work.
And then now suddenly this is an episode of Big Mouth.
I just watched that for the first time this past week, and that's like my favorite cartoon now. It's like shortly behind
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. Big Mouth.
Big Mouth's really good.
Oh.
Bubble bath.
You want to do the NPR shit just to fuck with you guys?
Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it. I can see it on your goddamn face. Don't you fucking do it.
No, he is.
I can see it. Don't you fucking do it. Don't.
For 20, hey,
Don't.
this is rage.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. For $25, Tony.
For $25 for your donations, we will not NPR you.
Ding, 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 ding.
$1.
Sound like a Mario game.
wow.
Don't.
I haven't heard a ding yet.
Don't.
Then you better.
Do it. No, I'm looking for Ed Sheeran's Don't. I'll play Ed Sheeran Don't, motherfucker. You understand? Don't.
Until I hear the ding.
That's
If you were going to go downstairs,
That's a
don't.
copyright strike. I don't think we should do that.
That is true.
Good point. Good point. Honestly, I shouldn't have been singing.
No, you're fine. That's fine.
Don't.
So our music that we play in the beginning is a free use music that we got. And every single time we get hit by YouTube of a copyright, and every single time I send back, it's in your free use catalog, and they go, "Oh, you're right. Thanks. Granted." Next week,
Ding.
ding.
Yep. God, YouTube is the #1 reason that I haven't gotten into being a YouTube content creator.
I would create content on YouTube, but YouTube is full of fuck shit.
For real.
There goes YouTube. Thank you, producer.
If YouTube was going to sponsor us, no, fuck you anyway. No. I don't want your dirty
Our
money.
YouTube feed just went down. Where'd it go?
So, Toto, while
If
you're
you're watching on
scrambling on
YouTube,
that,
we're sorry.
Okay.
let's go back to a point you mentioned earlier. Your son's getting into, he's going to programs so he can be in the games industry.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that when you see news articles like one of the biggest, most successful companies, Activision Blizzard, posts record-breaking profits and then lays
And
off
then- yeah,
500 people.
That was
That's because of Diablo. When their
Do
stocks
you not know how
went,
phones?
when their stocks went, kapoom, they had to let. Oh, good lord! I can't pay our people millions of dollars. We have to let you go. Yeah, you know what? Wave of the future.
Yeah.
It really is. Wave of the future. Wave of the future.
How many smaller
Welcome.
studios are now coming up though with their
Yeah.
own stuff, with
But
their own?
and to be honest,
That's the other
he's
thing is-
artistically
And soon
creative.
EA will buy them all out.
He's artistically creative. So I think if he actually would, I've been telling him because he work. You know, he does actually a lot of stream watching on Twitch. He watches a lot of people. He's moderators for him. He's always commentating, making funny jokes. He's a very funny kid, but he hates limelight. So if he sat in front of the camera and did his own show, he would probably make a ton of money that he could put towards games or whatever, but he doesn't want to, which I respect. That's fine. It's your call. Still haven't seen a ding yet, by the way, so NPR is coming up before the end of this.
Don't.
Yes, so.
Don't.
For Fluffer and Friends, I got to do it now.
Don't. Do not. I am not donating.
you got 16 minutes.
You got time.
Do not. From hell's heart, I beg of thee, stab you. Do not. If he starts doing NPR, I cut his fucking voice.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I need you to cut his mic.
Voice effects.
Could you voice effect mute? That's my favorite voice effect. Can you mute my speakers?
He's number 2.
That's okay. I can just steal his.
Don't mute him. Oh, he did mute you and then unmuted you. I watched him lean over and go,
As good as you think the microphone will stop me from talking.
he will walk around the room.
I will grab everyone's mic. I will just yell, motherfucker.
Scream!
Who's that screaming? It's Jamil. He's like 30 miles away. It's okay.
It's a little dial in front of you.
Yes, I know that. I was making a joke. Thanks for ruining it.
I don't know if they heard that, but either way. So
You bastard.
he could probably create his own games.
Yeah.
And if he did that, I would support him. But he's at that age where you need a job.
Yeah, he's got to make his own decisions.
You got to make money. And he does. He works really hard. He works for Chuck E. Cheese. I'm so sorry.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah.
I did my time. I did years of.
He hasn't
I
played-
did my nickel.
I did Best Buy. I did GameStop.
Yeah. We all worked at
Yeah.
GameStop at some point.
I did Apple tech support.
I'm so sorry.
Como
Same.
se llama Domino
Same
San
here.
Cristo.
Do you know your Apple ID? No? Well, I can't help you. I'm sorry. Can you find my phone? I don't even know who you are.
I had a gentleman call in. He's like, "Hey, I've got a brand new iMac, and I need to know how to set it up." I'm like, "All right, sir. So there's a power button on the back of the, monitor. It looks like it's just a monitor, but it's all in one." He's like, "It's still in the box." I'm like,
You need me to help you
"All
take it
right.
out
Well,
of the
do you
box?
have any scissors?"
Do they give you sharp objects at the stupid homework? If not, we can just chew the tape off.
Then there was
There's a reason why I don't work customer service anymore.
My dentures, no.
There was the other gym of a customer that called in. I'm like, "Hello, thank you for calling AppleCare. This is Kalen. How can I help you?" "I heard there was malware." It's like, sir, could you? I heard there was malware. Is there malware? It's like,
I mean,
Yes.
in general, yes. I mean, it exists.
malware is a thing that exists, but your Mac is made to be less susceptible to it, and just by virtue of being a Mac and not Windows, you shouldn't have to deal with it unless you click on bad things. And he's like, "Okay, cool," and then hung up.
Easiest call.
Says, I was Apple authorized service engineer for a couple of years. Don't recommend.
Agreed.
Can confirm. Do not recommend. Not worth $15.
Long time
an hour.
ago, I worked for Verizon. Back when when Verizon Fios first started up here.
Yeah.
And I was actually part of the original casting for that, or launching of that program. And so we did tier 3 tech support for them, working with engineers and stuff because it was still fairly new. And we had a guy who called in, and this is not my line, but this is a guy who literally was done. He was quitting the same day. Him and the boss got in a big fight, and it's recorded. It's been played. It's on the air somewhere online. Sir, do you still have the computer for your box? You still have the box? Yeah. All right, I want you to unplug the shit, put the back in there, take it to this work, because you're too fucking stupid to own a computer. Click.
I mean,
And he got up, put his headphone in, and said, "See you later, man."
I'm out.
He was like,
Beautiful.
Deuce.
"Oh, well, I'm pretty sure
Enjoy this fucking grenade
I'm pretty
I
sure
just
I'm going to
made.
get that customer when he calls back and explain. I'm so sorry, sir. We apologize for that. Don't worry. He quit.
I'm literally not allowed to yell at you.
I'm not allowed to yell at you, but
I had to deal with Best Buy customer service one time, and they actually cursed at me and were yelling at me over a policy they initiated. And I was like, I was flabbergasted because I was a training manager at GameStop at the time, and I'm going, whoa, wait. You're yelling at me. Yes, sir, I am. You're being unreasonable. You're cursing at me. Yes, sir, I am. You're being unreasonable. I'm like, I'm the customer.
the phrasing the customer is always right. Bullshit.
Is a lie.
It's a lie. No offense.
The customer is always right that they are wrong.
But I love getting those customers when I worked at GameStop because I actually hired him when he first started. Is because they'll yell and scream, uh-huh. Oh, I'm not getting mad at you. No, because I don't want to feed you. It's okay. You're just a little boy. It's all right. Go home. Go home, suck on mommy's teeth because you're all done. Nope, no refund. Sorry. Yep. Shouldn't have bought the game before you did a check. This is back in the day when Blockbuster was so, right? Should have rented it.
Yep. Nope. keep yelling. It's just going to make a much better story whenever I go and make fun of you.
Your voice is
all of
getting
my
whinier
friends.
and whinier in my head, so when I replay the story to everybody I know across the entire company, guess
way
what?
back-
You're gonna have the voice of Cartman, and you're just gonna be, Mom! I didn't get this game at GameStop!
Way back in before that, I worked for Blockbuster. Yeah, that's how retro I am. It's actually where I met my
he was
wife.
actually in Captain Marvel.
Oh.
He was working in that story.
Yep.
You're the security guard.
It could have been a cousin. No, I'm the guy that showed up to work the next day and had to call the general manager and district manager and go, yeah, we got a hole
In the ceiling.
in the ceiling.
Yeah, what did you do to put a hole in the ceiling? This is obviously your fault.
Respect
I played.
my authority.
I played Waterworld, and it sucked so bad the hole in the ceiling just came.
All right, so Shane
what I threw every
said to ask you. Speaking of Blockbuster, ask Jamil about Blockbuster.
Oh God, why?
That's what's in the chat.
I met Shane working for Blockbuster tech support.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're the guys that never helped me.
Goddamn right.
Look, his freaking rewards card says he has nothing, but I know for a fact he rented 3.
No. My response was, nah.
Sucks to be you.
Well, look, they ran off a DOS too.
I got some dial-up shit. What do you want me to do about it?
Dial up at work.
We had dial up everywhere. We had to dial in at the beginning of the shift. What was that shit? That was what, 12 years ago, 13?
God,
Jesus, forever ago.
Well, I've met my wife at a Blockbuster, and we've been married. This will be our 13th year. Yeah, so
Congratulations.
yeah, I appreciate
Blockbuster.
it. I met her in the most awkward way. I walked into the Blockbuster. She was hunched over picking out a game, and I pretty much forgot the filter out of my mouth and went, I'd like to tap that ass.
And then you did.
Not right away.
Tap that shit like mana and fucking
Took a little
magic.
while.
It's a much funnier story if you just say, and then it did. Or then it did.
It would be a funnier story, but she hates this story because everybody has like, well, we met on the beach and it was, or we met at a restaurant, we met at a bar. My husband met me when he saw my ass. Goddamn right I did. You seen that ass? She's like, stop it.
It's gonna be a great deathbed story.
Really, on my tombstone, I'd like to tap that.
Got to tap that.
Double tap.
All right, so you met him at doing tech support.
That's it. It was
Oh,
just
that was
Blockbuster. Like Blockbuster sucked. I've blocked most of that shit out for sanity's purpose. Like as bad as it was, as I imagine it was working at a Blockbuster. Working tech support for Blockbuster was infinitely worse.
Working at a Blockbuster was never hard. It was never a pain in the butt or anything. But here's where my story with like the whole break-in stuff. So the one store I did work in here in Dallas off Jefferson would get broken into daily because they would come in. This is back when they had, what was it, the game group they called it?
Game Pass or...
No,
I
it
know
was like the whole game, like Game Zone. It was their competition.
I think Game Zone, yeah.
Something like that. They were trying to compete with Blockbuster, or excuse me, with GameStop, and they were trying to compete with what was it before they bought
EB Games?
EB Games? That's it. Yeah,
Babbage's?
I used to love EB Games. God,
Eb.
Ib
Ebb and
Games.
flow.
Babbage's was better. in my
Babbage's
opinion.
was better. We had a Babbage's in Oklahoma Mall.
Every single time, be the same window smashed out every single day, and you would see them run across all the way to the floor. Even though if they just smashed out the other window, they just could reach in and grab the same games they were running across the floor for, whatever. So every single morning,
Thieves are not intelligent.
I would call my district manager up because I ran this store, and he's like, again? I'm like, again? He's like, did you call police? Yeah, they're already here.
They were here before I was.
I was like, can we just like have them parked here? Because at some point,
One of them's asking about Star Command.
at some point, they're just, can we replace the windows with steel? Because I have replaced this window at least 10 times.
And suddenly you're robbed by Winter Soldier.
Yeah, right. This actually was one of the cooler ones because it had this little upstairs section that had the solid blackout glass where you could look through and see the floor. And I was I wanted to just stay up there one night. That's all I wanted to do. Let me just stay up there one night.
Me and this assault rifle.
Yeah. And just when they come in,
No, you just need a laser pointer for that matter. Just
No, I just wanted to, when they broke in and started running, I just pop up in the thing and just stand up and go, hi, welcome to Blockbuster. How may I help you? Just to be like, ah!
See, you're way calmer than me because if you break into something I'm working at, I'm clotheslining you out of your shoes.
Yeah, but
I'm hitting you hard enough where your parents are going to be like, oh, God.
I felt it.
No, you just you stay up there and you just hardwire into the sound system. So when they come in, you just say over late fees.
welcome to NPR.
Bad ratings.
Why'd you do that?
I have not seen a donation ding. I'm sorry.
I'm going to need y'all bitches to pay him.
Ring the
Guys,
bells.
check out our donation tab, oneupds.com. Hit the donate.
If you do that, he'll stop doing NPR
and
voice.
or buy some merch.
Like, any of these things will make me happy. Just please make him stop.
You're doing NPR now.
No, this is my unhappy voice.
It sounds like NPR.
All right, so we're in like the final portion of the show.
Yeah.
All right, so who here reads comic books? I know you do.
I used to.
Yeah,
I haven't read.
we'll take
current.
used to.
Yeah.
All right, so what comic book do you want to see made into a movie that hasn't been?
Oh, he brought up the point from Kevin Feige earlier about we'll get more here. Give me Moon Knight.
That's a good one. Also a very hard one. But it's
Yes.
fun.
Yes, that's
Very
why I
difficult.
want to see it because I think Marvel can do it well.
I can't remember the damn character's name now. I'm blanked on him.
Describe me. What, Moon Knight?
No, Skullface.
Moon Knight.
No.
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster. I think that would be just really interesting to see what they would do with that.
I mean, he'd be good for a villain.
No, that's what I meant. But
No. I just meant like a general character or storyline.
I just want to see the character exist because I thought it would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Storyline, an actual after Xavier, Age of Apocalypse. I want to see Magneto. Yeah. I really like.
I need them to actually give me a good X-Men universe. I need
Hey, you
I
asked.
got a better one. X-23. X-23 is something I think they should really.
At this point, my vote is going to be a decent X-Men storyline.
Yeah.
Just one, anyone.
What do you think of Phoenix?
I haven't seen it yet.
Logan?
Well, what do you think of what Logan was?
Logan was great. But
Okay.
Logan was emotional.
That was just a
You were saying goodbye
that was
to-
a really good character.
You were
that
saying
they had,
goodbye to
and
the
an homage to the rest of what was good.
There
about
was
that
so much
universe.
more to that though too with
But you were-
Sir
but you
Patrick
were saying-
Stewart.
Yeah,
and
no, but you were saying goodbye to the actors. To
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You were saying
saying-
goodbye to the characters, but even though you were
It
saying
was
goodbye to
It
somebody.
was a
who
really
spent
good story. It
lifetime-
was not an X-Men story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a super awkward Wolverine story because Wolverine doesn't die. Even when he dies, he doesn't die.
yeah, I get that.
Like,
The ground absorbs him and then it's forever trees.
He fights Nitro and gets burned down to one cell and then regenerates.
Well, no, they burned that cell too. Days of Future Past.
just he still came back after that. Even Days of Future Past.
But,
Well, no, because
that's where he came back with Bone.
Kitty
right?
Pryde, but not because of that. They burned everything in that one.
He still came back.
Comics.
He's still came.
Hashtag comics.
Welcome to NPR.
Hashtag Wolverine. Hashtag Moneymaker. Hashtag 90s. Hashtag he was in everything.
Yeah.
Hashtag Howard the Duck and Wolverine. What the fuck was that?
Yeah. If we are talking about X-Men stories that I would like to see, and then now that they've actually, MCU has established Scarlet Witch, I would love to see them do House of M. Once they establish,
You got to establish the X-Men though.
Once they
Yeah.
establish the X-Men,
I mean,
and then
they're
take,
they're gonna need if they take X-Men and they do it, if they try to continue, which I don't think I
They
don't see
won't.
them doing this. If
they won't.
do,
It's going to be a full reboot.
It has
It
to be.
literally
a full
has to be because
But the question is, where do they start the reboot? Do they do
Yeah.
where X-Men, Future Past tried to do it, or do they start where the height of their stuff? Do you bring it in? Because if you were me, if it was me, I would look at the X-Men animated series, right, where
Yeah.
that started, because that right there was a pinnacle of X-Men for a lot of us at that age. right? For at least for me, that's if it wasn't the comic, I was watching that show, and if I did, I've rewatched the entire series again because the Dark Phoenix Saga or the Phoenix Saga was still one of my favorites of that.
Even
animated
X-Men
series.
Evolution was really, really good.
Evolution was really good. So would you?
Wolverine and X-Men.
So starting there, like Morph. Right, having Morph as a character, I would have loved to see more of, just because I thought that was just a really cool concept.
I wanted more of Blink, honestly.
more Blink. So I would have started right
Again,
at that
after
like, animated
Xavier Age
series started.
Apocalypse.
I'm old school. I'm
'Cause
going to
it-
start with when they brought in Storm and Colossus.
So Giant X-Men issue.
yeah,
1.
I'm going with 70s, 74 X-Men with the reboot.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when they
With the whole brown and yellow outfits and everything,
Yeah.
matching outfits like that.
I don't think
Well-
they need to start with not Days of Future Past.
Right.
It was the First Class. They don't need to start there.
No.
They literally just need to start with
see-
the iconic.
And
X-Men.
First Class was not a bad.
I loved it.
movie.
I loved
No, it
First
was a
Class.
great movie.
It was a. We saw it. It was even you were like, that wasn't as bad. It really.
It was a
wasn't.
good movie. It just wasn't an X-Men movie.
Right.
It had X-Men in it, but it made no sense to any storyline that they'd already established or planned to establish. It was a bunch of random characters who happened to be related to some other characters.
Yep.
And there's Professor X and
Right.
Beast, and for some reason Mystique is the main character of these
And
stories.
I
Yeah.
love James McAvoy's Professor Xavier, young Xavier. But then as these movies
you-
have continued going
so-
on, I hate.
I don't know if you guys actually-
in the new trailer.
If you picked it up in the trailer that was in the theaters, he has this part where he yells out, "Where I swear to God, he sounds like Patrick Stewart."
yeah.
Like even I was just like, did he come and do
Well-
a cameo?
he is hard leaning into the British accent now.
I know, but it was really the way he yelled even sounded like
Well, he's
Patrick
trying.
Stewart.
He's trying though because
know,
he
I just-
understands that that's the
So
art.
that caught my ear, which means now I want to see this. To see.
Oh no, I don't want to see Dark Phoenix at all.
I don't want to see Jean Grey like at all. In the
They have not
MCU
done it right.
now.
They have not done it right
my
yet.
Problem,
They
my
have
problem
not.
with seeing Dark Phoenix is that I don't care about Jean Grey right now.
Yeah.
Like the movie version of Jean Grey, I give no fucks about.
I
I
didn't
like
even
the
care,
actress. I've enjoyed what little she's done in the movies, but she's not been a major character. The major character's been Mystique, and now they're trying to change it up. Like I don't give a fuck that Jean Grey is going to go dark. I know why she goes dark, but you can't tell me that story in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, well,
That's the
the
same
first
problem with
X-Men that
X3.
came out was Logan's main focus. Logan was the main focus.
I didn't.
So-
I didn't care about Dark Phoenix when they did it in Last Stand. So.
Yeah, like
Well, they also,
Well-
to be fair, they were doing like 5 storylines at the time.
Yeah,
They were
I mean,
trying to do.
yeah, they
Only
did.
thing I
Like,
liked about the third one was Beast. Like I actually liked him playing that character. You know,
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer
Yeah.
playing Beast. I thought he did a really good job. Now the new Beast, he's even better.
Yeah.
Right. I
Yeah.
think he plays the character even better. But at the time when you were thinking of Beast and you were thinking of like the animated series, they matched up
Yeah.
for me. I was like, they casted good here. Juggernaut, I just liked that he just plowed through shit. That's the only thing I care
Yeah.
about.
Do you know who I am?
And then
but that's an internet meme that they took and stuck into a fucking movie.
They did.
The internet.
I know.
That
It
was
was
the
hilarious. It was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
It was.
But the problem was that was the best part of the fucking movie.
It was. It was.
Magneto
That's
moving
it.
the whole bridge and dropping that
No.
on the island. That was pretty cool.
Eh.
And like when we're talking about highlights in X-Men 3.
Okay, highlights in X-Men 3.
That's
Okay,
that's like a.
you
there's
want to
like-
talk about highlights of X-Men 3? The CGI work on Logan whenever he was being hit, that was pretty decent. Like
Yeah.
you kind of like, oh, that's got to burn. Other than that, it was done
Why in the fuck was Logan the main interest for fucking Phoenix in that movie?
because he was the main interest of all the movies because they had a love
But
interest. or
why
he
was
in
it?
love with her.
But why was he the focus for her?
Oh, I didn't care.
Neither did the writers.
No, they didn't. I didn't care. I just watched the movie one time. I've watched it one time. I have
I've
not
seen
watched it again
probably
since.
twice.
I think I've seen it twice now.
I haven't
Maybe
watched
three
it
times.
since then.
I think I've watched X-Men Origins more than I've watched.
Because the
X3.
Juggernaut that's in Deadpool 2 is more funnier to me,
Well,
just because of the
yeah.
whole, Colossus shoving the
yeah.
electrical thing
I'm
in the
going to
butt.
shove
Him
the
torch-
red guy up the old guy's ass.
I'm gonna shut the
got a
Indian guy.
whole
I
lot
think
of-
I'm gonna go back to the car. But the whole
Ooh.
power line up the rear end was.
I changed my answer. X-Men #1, 1992. That's the good starting point. Because you've got Gambit, you've got Rogue.
I would like to see a good Gambit story.
I would like to see any Gambit story.
I would like.
Don't count Origins. That was first.
Okay,
That was a horrible
if we're not
movie.
counting it, then yes, any
He
Gambit
had
story.
19
Hey,
accents and
hey,
none of them were
dead-
fucking Cajun.
It was Southern
Deadpool
Alabama.
tried to help clean up that timeline. We saw.
No,
that.
no, he cleaned up his end of it.
I just said he tried to clean up. Tried. I didn't say I completely tried.
Here's what matters is that when it all comes now that it's all going back to Disney, it doesn't matter. So none of that's
none
canon.
of the old shit matters. But what my question is again, what's a good starting place?
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's my biggest problem with it is because if the X-Men if they go just oh, the X-Men have been there. Where the fuck are they during all of this war stuff?
At some point, there's got to be a reboot or something, or
So
reality collapse.
What
or
I'm
some
thinking
shit.
is,
like
so
a universe pop
if you
or
remember Decimation after House of M and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and they No More Mutants, the great moment with that in comics, and all that energy had to go somewhere, and it went to the third Summers brother that we had never heard of, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. They could do
Gambit first. They talked about him for years.
Yeah, but they if all that energy had to go somewhere, if they do the snap, well, and they get rid of the Infinity Stones, that could be where it comes into play. They could do a format like that.
So on that, it is time to go.
Okay.
It is time to go. This was a fantastic show. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you coming out for this so last minute.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
So make sure you guys check out his website and his group, his event. It's letsplaygamingexpo.com.
That's what, August 9th and 11th of this year?
August 9th to 11th.
August 9th to 11th in Las Colinas. That's just prettier Irving.
At Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas in Irving.
Yep.
I did it for you.
You did. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Also, check out our website, oneupds.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this out to everybody. If you haven't, we have Twitch, we have YouTube, we have Facebook, we have Periscope, we have just about everything. Enjoy it. Thank you very much. And if you haven't donated, please hit that donate tab on our website. Everything you give goes towards the show, whether it's equipment, better lighting, more green screens, you name it. We've been invested for years on this one. So everybody say your farewells here. We'll start over here with the Fluffer.
Peace. Fluffer out.
He's embracing that.
How do I follow that up?
Fluffer in.
Fluffer in. Let's go. Again, thank you guys for having me out.
Flame on.
Flame. Fluffer on. Cloud.
It's been awesome. Don't believe what you see behind us. Definitely donate to them. We're in a shed right now. It's terrible. They drag
You know what?
Here out
For that,
they drag
one
me here
cool
against
point for
my
that.
will.
It puts the lotion on his skin.
Or it gets the hose.
Send help immediately.
He's been doing Morse code with his eyes this entire time.
Help me, please.
I don't know Morse code. I hope the message got out there.
No, it just looked like you're having a seizure the whole time.
No, there's a pizza on the way.
But seriously, thank you guys for having me out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No problem.
All right, well, check me out. mystuffedlittletherapy.com. Still going on that. I'll be doing a Texas Furry Fiesta at the end of the month. I have actually officially announced that I will be doing my stuff therapy panel. It'll be on that Saturday.
At some point, his show will be back here.
Eventually, once I can get my times together. But last Saturday of this month, out at the Reunion Tower, Hyatt Regency. So check me out there.
The Hyatt Regency at Dallas, in Dallas.
That's east of Irving.
Somewhere in
He added to it.
Well done, all of us. I'm Jamil, and don't bug me about fucking thing. I don't want to talk.
And don't talk in an NPR voice.
Like, don't ask me about comic books. I'll probably answer. Just be annoyed.
We'd like to thank you for joining us this week, and we will see you guys next time on One Up Weekend.
I swear to God, if y'all
Bye.
donate to make him stop doing NPR voice, I will tell the worst story I have about myself. Just give him money so he shuts the fuck up.
We're going to extend this show.
show that never stops until we get a donation.
This is a show that doesn't.
Because
And it goes on and on, my friend. He kept doing NPR and made me kill his ass.
And then my wife showed up and shot him buckface in there. Okay.
That didn't rhyme.
Shut up!
All
right, guys.
That's very not rhyming.
Not rhyming. All right, guys.
Did the snap take your rhythm?
Yes, it went to Devin. It went to Devin. Devin, we saw your video. You drunk motherfucker. Holy shit.
He was only
That,
slightly
good
drunk.
night.
Oh no, I totally showed him that you saw the video.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, hey, saw your video. Did a good job. You got the crown now. He's like, LOL. All right, guys. We'll see you later next time on One Up Weekend Live. Thanks, guys. We're out.
Laters.
Peace.
Snaked.